Hello, you beautiful internet you, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, where a group of friends from coast to now Gold Coast do their absolute best to get lost in dungeons and sometimes run away from dragons. As always, I am your host in ever-loving universe, and these warriors of the dice beside me are my players. Guys, you already know what to do. Give some love to all the trippers out there, would ya?
Hi, Trip. There.
You're getting a lot better at
Thanks,
that,
guys. I
gotta say. Good job, good job. Thank you so much for all the love and support as always. The bits, the new friends, the subs. Thank you. So before we get started for the evening, as always, we have a few announcements to go over. First and foremost, if you go check down in the channel point redemption area down there, you will notice that there have been more activated. Some of them the same as we had last year, but there's two in there that are brand new. We are going to roll them out a little bit at a time because I know you guys are just dying to use those channel points. First and foremost is going to be the temptation dice. Now, what this allows you to do, you can offer 3 temptation dice all at a time. So, well, one by one, but a total of 3. If they are available, the players can use one of the temptation dice, which is a D6, to boost their roll. And this is going to be after you've rolled, so you guys get to decide if you want to use a temptation dice or not. And I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure there's nothing bad that could ever happen to it. So if you guys happen to see on my screen directly beside me, boop, 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 you'll see these things right here. If there's 3 of them, don't redeem it, because they can only go up to a maximum amount of 3. So that is what temptation dice will do. Second channel point. You may have remembered earlier on that we had a channel point redemption for Minion tokens, but they didn't really work out that well. So we made it even better. Now, during combat, chat can now summon their own minion. When redeeming, all you have to do is use the command !D20 to roll initiative for the minion. Now, once the minion's in game, you'll see... Oh, I have to go over to my other screen. Hold on. Okay, good. It's not there. You will see this thing show up directly below me. And you'll be able to vote on what the minion can do. You just have to type 1, 2, or 3 into chat, and it'll automatically roll. Guys, try it out. Just start typing 1, 2, or 3 in chat, and you'll see the little things happen on it. But what it is, so for 1, it allows you to hurt the party. They'll go ahead and take an attack on them. You can select help, which will allow an ally to have advantage, i.e. the enemy will have advantage on their next turn. And lastly, 3, to help an ally heal for 1 hit dice on their next roll. So yeah, that's the cool thing. We now have chat-controlled minions, which I think is going to be super fun and involved and definitely has nothing to do with this episode. Let's go back here. So, with that said, I think that's all I have for channel point. Oh no! I have one more thing for channel point redemptions. Hang on, guys. You'll see it in 1 second. You've asked for it. And I don't know why. You've begged us. We have to get this done. So, I'm starting it right now. The newest community challenge for C2. The Raina and Jess cooking show. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. You asked for it, and gosh darn it, we aim to deliver. But you're going to have to earn it first. For 150,000 channel points, you can make this dream a reality. Or I guess when it comes to cooking with these two, it's more of a nightmare than anything else. But should be lots and lots of fun.
I don't know why you're so excited. It's your house that we're going to burn down. So.
That's fine. That's fine. We need a new one anyway. It's all good. So that's
Already
all I have for...
I know.
Told you. That's going to fill up quick.
That is amazing. I love you, Trippers, so much.
Wow.
Okay, so... I think that's all I have on my side for announcements. CEO, is there anything else that I'm forgetting or I need to do or anything along those lines?
Yeah, did we talk about the giveaway tonight?
Sure didn't.
All right, well, talk about the giveaway then. We have a giveaway from the lovely and amazing Mithra Armory as usual. Dave, do you have it with you or no? the dice
Sure
roll.
do.
We're giving away one of, which I believe, the last dice roll thingies. And it's really awesome. You can store a whole set of dice plus an extra D4. They
Jesus.
did a Kickstarter, which it's over, but you can still pre-order some of their dice. Anyways, in celebration of that Kickstarter, we are giving away one of their beautiful dice scrolls. So hey, you can pick up some of their dice and win a dice scroll.
Oh, I should probably start
holder
the.
thing.
I should probably start the.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we're doing the same as usual! Exclamation mark roll.
Probably. Hang on.
All right.
Let me go
Assume
ahead.
so.
Let me go ahead and start that giveaway because we are absolute professionals around here.
Okay. And yeah, as always, with the code CAREFUL, 10% off anything in their store. So yeah, do it. Enter.
Do it.
Win a dice scroll. You got nothing to lose.
Do it. Okay, it started. It started. Exclamation point roll, guys. That'll get you going.
Dave's totally gonna step on one of those dice during the break or something.
Oh, dude, it's, yeah,
Gonna
yeah.
drop.
It's like bloody mines underneath me right
Oh
now.
God.
All right.
Anything else? Anything else?
No, that's it. Back
That's
to you,
it.
Dave. Back to you, Dave.
Okay, back to me, Dave. Okay, that is all we have in terms of announcements for the evening. So, without any further ado, players, are you ready?
Ready?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
we
so.
are.
And trippers, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in that case,
That did not even
Oh,
sound
sorry.
let's go ahead
You should be.
and jump into tonight's episode. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if this works this time. First time. It worked. It worked.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So, when we last left our heroes, welcome one and welcome all to the city of Dawnsgate, where a fateful few were about to have a chance encounter that would change themselves and the world around them, for better or worse. As the beautiful bard known as V was leaving a local tavern, she happened upon a man inspecting a mural beside a building. Momentarily distracted, V barely noticed the man ducking down an alley in a suspicious manner. Following closely behind, she eventually caught up with the man, quickly learning his name was Basil. Or Basil. Is it Basil or Basil?
Basil.
Basil, that's what I thought. It seems he and his unseen companion, Brinny, were tracking a rebel group responsible for the mural, known as the Band of Liars. Now both hot on the trail of the band, V and Basil discovered a small group ready to paint the next mural. However, after a quick display of magic, a known rule not to break throughout the city, the city guard who had also been on the lookout for the band soon crossed their paths. Elsewhere in the city, a large Goliath woman visited an old friend. At the request of her old friend, Oksana was happy to assist with picking up a few things at the marketplace. And at the first sound of Oksana's voice, a small bat-like humanoid appeared from underneath the stairwell. You see, Grimmer had grown to trust Oksana and wished to go to the market with her. The two began their travels to the market to pick up the old friend's gooderberries, only to be distracted by a street performer. As the two companions watched, a small tug was felt on Oksana's belt, indicating that the small pouch of coins had been stolen. Gremmer and Oksana raced after the thief down an alley, only to come face to face with a local gang known as the Fetal Boys. And not so far from the market, in the dangerous area of Dog's Breath known as the Unwanted Territory, a man named Tristan awakes in a sealed tomb wrapped in bandages and his head swimming. He stumbles back home only to find it in disarray and being searched thoroughly by another individual wearing a tattered cloak named Sicarius. Still reeling from finding himself in a tomb, Tristan runs through his home trying to find his family, only to be informed by Sicarius that anyone in the area has been lost or dead for a very long time. As Tristan continued to search, a strange noise is heard coming from downstairs. The creatures barely human called the Remnants have heard the commotion and come seeking blood. In that moment, 3 fights broke out across the city. Whether it be by guard, by gang member, or by ghoul, our heroes battled, admirably, easily able to vanquish their foes. However, as the fight died down, each hero found themselves in places they cannot stay for long. And so the pairs all rushed to another location, their paths laid out in front of them as if by divine intervention. And nearly at the same moment, each pair found shelter in a rickety old tavern that had been boarded up for years. However, they weren't alone. A man stands in the center of the room, spouting off madness, swearing that he's not the ones that they're looking for, that they've got it all wrong, that he doesn't have the God Seed. While Basil attempted to calm the man, another companion picked up along the way by the name of Tennis pushed past, setting the man off again. And in a moment of panic, the man thrust a bag of holding into another bag of holding, tearing a hole into time and space itself. Our heroes were bathed in a brilliant white light, as the tavern walls collapsed all around them. And so, our story continues.
Would everyone please introduce their new characters?
Loud whistles are heard blaring from the neighborhoods around. A number of guards and townfolk search through rubble and debris of the once famous tavern known as the Traveler's Cup. Hang on, let's turn this down just a touch. A woman stands close to the center of the now devastated inn. The insignia on her armor, different from the rest, indicates that she's of captain status. She bellows orders loudly to those around her. However, she's interrupted by one of the guards. Captain Mandus, we've been searching for the better part of 2 hours. Most of the large pieces have been pulled away. We still haven't found any bodies or the source of the explosion. Captain Mandus, stoically observing the surrounding, mutters to herself, "No bodies and no source. Impossible. Buildings don't simply implode on themselves." Turning back to the guard, she motions with her head upward towards the wreckage. "Keep looking. We're bound to find something." But unknown to her, she'll find nothing. For nothing is left to be found. Not on this plane, at least. For a place far off away, unknown 7 individuals now steady themselves back to their feet. The last thing they remember is a white light before feeling themselves be thrown backwards and hitting the ground harshly. As each stand and dust themselves off, they notice they are still in the similar circle, but as but a few moments ago. And directly in the center of them, a now gruesome and mangled body of a man. His muscles and bones are now able to be observed from the outside, as all the skin and clothes have been pulled away from the body. In his still outstretched hand, a scorched bag remains. Looking around, you find yourself in an impossible place, almost as if in a dream. Looking up to the heavens, you see a most bizarre sky. While almost incomprehensible to describe, your minds force the imagery as best as it can. The skies have a dark, silvery sheen with bursts of rainbowed hues, occasionally splashing across the landscape, almost as if you're staring into a dark oil and moving a candle above it to create tints of technicolor where the light touches. A very transparent purple mist seems to hover all around you. And far off in the distance, you can see much more apparent swirls of magenta and cyans and turquoise that resemble whirlpooling clouds. Massive creatures schooled together resembling that of giant sea life, effortlessly floating by. Shattered and floating land masses speckle the view as well, like tiny flakes of pepper mixed in with a pile of silvery salt. You yourself find yourself on one of these strange landmasses. Some of you know each other. Some of you don't. What would you all like to do?
Oksana will just yell, "What the hell was that?"
I don't know, but I think I might have browned out there for a minute.
Holy shit. I'll like look around and me. Are you okay, little man?
I'm okay. Are you doing all right?
I'm good.
Are we really seeing all this though, or is that just in my head?
I don't know. Maybe I hit my head. What do you see? Who are all these people?
I don't know. Who?
Oh, hello. I'm V. This is quite exciting. A little unfortunate for the crazy man in the middle there, I'd say, but...
Well,
Nice
exciting
to-
is surely one way to describe this. If I could, I'd probably say that we were blown almost literally to Kingdom Come.
I've never heard of that place before.
Me either. I don't know this land.
I definitely would not call this exciting.
Why? It's beautiful.
Do you know where we are?
Absolutely not. But that is what is exciting, because our goal, well, at least my goal, is going to be to get back. Because even though it's beautiful, it's just a little trip. That's how I'm looking at it.
How do you propose we get back?
Yes,
It's a
I
great-
must return home. I have
So-
business.
So do I. I don't know. Basil, you seem smart. How do we get back?
That's quite a simple matter, really. If we, of course, were transported from the small building that we were in by the presence of these two anomalous bags as they collided with one another, then, well, I mean, stands to reason the reverse might be true. I take the two scraps of leather and I throw them in different directions. Or, on the other hand, appearances may be deceiving.
You are saying the bags did this?
Well, I mean, perhaps, maybe, or perhaps this is simply a trick of the. Wait, do I have a pulse?
Make a medicine check for me.
This is just actually lost. Hashtag spoilers.
All right, 13.
13. While you hold your hand up to your neck, albeit faint, almost as if you were asleep, you do find a pulse.
This is finally something I do know of. We may possibly not be conscious, but sharing, in fact, in some mild, okay, probably not mild, hallucination. If I may, can I check the others to see if they've got like kind of the similar heartbeat cadence to their pulse?
Absolutely. As you go around
I'll
Go ahead.
I'll go from their wrists rather than their necks because I feel like I don't know them well enough.
Okay.
Oh, V will extend her neck. She'll move her hair for you. Don't be afraid, Basil.
As you walk around to each of them, feeling their necks or wrists, whatever they're comfortable with, consent is important.
As a point to that, as you approach Greenmore, he hisses at you and rushes behind Oksana.
What? She'll give you her wrist and then just stare at you while you do it.
As you hand over your wrist, Oksana, you look at your arm. It seems the gash that was there earlier doesn't seem to be there anymore. Tristan, as you look down at your chest, you no longer feel the poison flowing through you. In fact, you feel absolutely fine. One would say even refreshed. As
Love
if
it.
you'd given yourself time for a long rest.
Yeah.
Is that all of us? Asking for a bard's 2 spell slots.
Yes. Yes, you guys can all go ahead and take a long rest.
Amazing. Thanks.
You know what that means? He's gonna try to kill us later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, I presume it is kind of a similar dream-like, kind of like torporic heartbeat.
The heartbeat is almost rhythmic in a sense. It's very, as I said, very low, but it's there.
Okay. But it's not like, obviously we're up and about, we're doing stuff, so it's not indicative of our level of activity right now.
No.
Yeah.
So from at this
alright.
point, you're just kind of, I mean, unless you guys are running around or jumping up and down, I would say that you're pretty stationary at this part.
Okay. All right. Well, yes, I mean, I'm not exactly a man of any particular type of science or magic, but I could probably deduce that this whole thing appears to be some form of magical dreamscape, and given the fact and nature that, well, V, who I'd only recently come to the acquaintance of, seems to be behaving in a manner befitting them, we must be here together, because otherwise I wouldn't be able, through my own hallucinations, to be able to piece out your personalities in such a vivid way.
You speak very much and say very little.
I've been told.
I think he's trying to say
let
that
me
we're
see if I can
sleeping
simple
or
this down.
something.
We might be dreaming, and we need to wake up.
I
That's
will-
an easy fix, Oksana. Just give me a little slap real quick.
I'll look at him and then I'll think about how small he is and I don't want to hit him and I'll slap Basil. Let's test your theory. Do you still feel like you're sleeping?
Perhaps maybe I should have clarified. We may be lucid dreaming.
What is
Not quite.
What does that
lucid
mean?
dreaming?
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. You know, you just gotta wash your sheets a
might need
little.
to find a trigger of some kind to wake us up.
I'm sorry, did I hurt you? You'll be fine.
Well, technically not, because if we are dreaming, then I'm not really here, and my jaw doesn't hurt this much.
I guess this is good news for you.
Yes.
V will walk over to Tristan, who has been very quiet, and go right in his personal space and say, "Hello, you're awfully quiet."
Hi. I was just wondering if we're all dreaming. Why are you in my dream? I don't know you.
Oh, we could get to know each other. What's your name?
Tristan.
Nice to meet you, Tristan. I don't know why we're here. I was hoping you might know. You were so quiet. Just wondering. I haven't met you. It's awfully suspicious. I run into a tavern. Somebody throws a bag into another bag, and now I'm here with you all. Just have to, check my bases.
Last time I heard that kind of noise, I woke up in a different place also. And this was this morning.
This is your thing, then. This is what you do. This is your life. You just blow up and end up other places.
I had no idea that sleep was so dangerous.
Well, it seems it's becoming a habit of mine.
All right. Well, I'm not going to check you off my suspect list then.
Shall we walk?
Is Tennis with us, by the way?
Oh yeah, Dennis.
Tennis. Poor Tennis.
Oh, damn.
As you begin to look around for your friend or companion, to say the least, you
I don't know.
see him roughly 20 yards away, surveying the landscape.
I don't know who he is.
We don't know that guy. So.
Cool. I'm just gonna leave him there for now.
Tennis, over here. Come over here, please.
He hears you motion towards him as he turns around to look at you, a giant smile poured across his face. Walking back over to you all. Can you not believe this? This is incredible. The colors, the skies. It's like a mural is drawn everywhere.
This one, I think he hit his head.
Why is everybody so happy to be here?
I'm not.
Yes, there's a
You
difference.
don't even know what we are. You think we're dreaming.
I'm pretty sure we're dreaming. I mean,
We just figured out we're not dreaming. You need me to hit you again.
look, it's I will try
Please
something.
do. Please.
I'm going to try and imagine an apple.
Okay. As you close your eyes and focus, out of nowhere, an apple appears in his hand.
Are you serious?
Ha!
That was pretty incredible.
No,
I'm not
actually, he
gonna lie.
doesn't. Actually, that's the first like break in like kind of hoity-toityness of Basil that you see. Is like because he wasn't sure it was gonna work. He's just like a child. He goes ha, like and then he goes yes. As introduced, perhaps a little bit more than an illusion of some kind or transposition. I do believe that we are indeed passed out, likely under some rubble in a building that has collapsed.
That's...
So
How does
I
it
will-
taste? Can you taste it?
As you continue to chew on it, there doesn't seem to be much of a taste at all. Not on your lips or tongue, but more so from memory.
Maybe.
So insightful.
You made this food with your mind?
Well, it's not food. Yes, I did.
That's amazing. It really is.
Oksana's gonna like hold out her hand and she's gonna think of like a big, massive like chicken leg. Huge.
Okay.
And like looks like she's thinking real hard.
As you close your eyes and focus with all of your might, flashing into existence is a large turkey leg.
This is a great place. And she'll start eating it.
Again, you begin to chew on it, but no taste in your mouth at all. You do remember what a turkey leg tastes like, but just no sensation to it.
Seeing this, Sicarius is going to start thinking to himself, well, that works. I'm going to think really hard about if they're saying what he's saying is true, I'm going to focus on trying to wake up.
Okay.
So,
Goodbye. See you next session.
All right, so Rob, I'm going to message you in probably about 3 months from now. So if you want to come back with that.
Seeing one by one people closing their eyes and trying to manifest things, he says, "Wait, before we just get perhaps too ahead of ourselves, just a couple of clear points here. If we are indeed in the land of dreams and we can manifest good things, it also means, by sheer logic of process of elimination, we can also manifest bad things. So try to keep your minds clear of bad thoughts. Think pleasant trees and stars and food and the like, and not things that crawl and creep and bite, for example."
Oksana,
Well,
Remor starts freaking the fuck out.
Too late.
Oksana, go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh, well. I would just love to do that for you.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. That's gonna be 1 minus. Oh, sorry, that's a 7. That's a 7. Numbers are really confusing.
Numbers are confusing.
Shut up. That's a 6.
6.
The more you know.
As Basil begins to give a little bit of a description on some of the hazards of a place like this, your attention is drawn towards him. As it does, the turkey leg in your hand seems to simply fade away into nothingness.
This was very unsatisfactory. I would like to go home now.
Very well. As I mentioned, probably the best way to do this is to try and locate a waypoint that will take us from here back. If we are lucid dreaming as strongly communally together, that means there must be a singular point in which we might be able to return, and we have to find it, wherever that might be, or whatever it might be.
How do you know this?
Well, in the meat world, shall we call it, I am I'm a storyteller of sorts, and I specialize in dream stories and dreamscapes and the like. It's not uncommon that one gets musings and inspiration from realms such as this, though I personally have never found myself here. I
tell you what, you lead the way and you tell me what to hit, okay? Let's do that. Please?
Yes, of course. Looking around, is there any end to the horizon? Is there?
Make a make a perception check for me.
Now what do I see?
Make a perception check for me, please.
All right. 19.
19. As you stare around, observing the horizon far off in front of you, for the most part, everything looks the same. However, you believe you see something different. A divot, a crater, something on the horizon, just due north of you.
Well, I mean, directions may be inconsequential, but if that is a representation of north, that way, I think might be a worthwhile place to begin. But perhaps before we do so, a round of introductions may be in order, just so that we, have a better understanding of one another. I am Basil, as my companion V has already said, and I am a purveyor of stories and teller of tales.
Remor will whisper into Oksana's ear and go,
Oksana, just in case, we should probably act real tough around these guys. We don't know too much about them.
This is no problem for me. You will be okay with this too, little man.
Yeah, I've been watching you for a while. I think I know what to say.
Very good. You go first.
I'm a Greymore, and I kick butt all the time, and beware. Thumbs up to Oksana.
This is true. I have witnessed.
Sorry, what are we bewaring of? Just out of curiosity.
Butt kicking. Butt kicking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you threatening us already?
Well, I don't.
Oksana, I don't know what to do here.
You did fine.
I've got this far before.
This is not threat. This is just statement. My name is Oksana. Nice to meet all of you. That's it. I won't say anything else.
Well, since I can obviously still hear your voices, I did not wake up.
You've been trying to wake up this whole time.
He's just sitting there with his eyes closed.
I was trying really hard.
Oh, in that case, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me, Rob.
Oh no!
All right. +2, 8.
8. As you continue to close your eyes and focus the best that you can, your companions or the new individuals in front of you all, you can feel their stares directly at you, and yet you push harder and harder before...
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I guess.
Can I roll a
Can't control when you're
perception
sleeping.
check to see if I smell it?
Now, you don't
Survival.
smell it, but you remember the smell.
You remember what a smell should be. Okay.
At least
I
it's
tried
not
very hard not to
Fartnado.
think about the smell.
Anyway, you may call me Sicarius.
Sicarius? Is that what you
Sicarius.
said? Sicarius.
Sure.
Okay, I will practice.
Thank you.
And while everybody's presenting themselves, I'm kneeling next to the body of the guy with the 2 bags, kind of checking if he has anything in his pocket. And once I've done that, I put his arm around on his belly, close his eyes, and I say, "My name is Tristan." And my hand will go blue. 2 silver coins will appear, and I would put the coin on his eyes, and like lower my head a bit.
Okay.
I
And
think
that's
that
it.
guy was turned inside out.
Yeah, he doesn't
Which
have,
makes
was it?
he doesn't
everything
have
you
any
just said
clothes
very,
on.
He was
very
inside
gross.
Yeah.
Well,
All
You put one
kinds of
coin. You will put one
nudity.
coin on one half of him, and the other coin like over there.
that's fine. That's fine. The source still needs to go.
Oh my god!
Yes, well, I'm sure the sentiment is appreciated to his spirit, which may it be in rest. For now, however, let's try not to follow the same fate. Tenas,
Huh? Yes.
as pretty as the landscape is, do you wish to accompany us? We are going to try and find a way out of this place.
Not my first choice, per se, but yes. I feel much past due for an adventure. By all means, Basil. You seem to be the leader. Feel free to
Please.
leave.
I do seem that way, don't I? Okay.
As Tennis says this to you, my friend, you feel a bit of additional confidence wave over you. You believe you know exactly what to do. And it gives you a bit of inspiration. On your next roll, you have inspiration, my friend.
Right. Well. No point standing around then. Onward to the crater.
To the crater.
As a point, as we're traveling, I'm just going to keep an ear out to see if I hear anything unusual.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Natural 20.
Wow.
For a total of 22.
Okay. As you all begin to make your way towards the crater, not too far away from where you stand now, roughly about 200 yards, the size of 2 football fields. As you begin to get closer, Grammer, you distinctly hear what sounds like a humming noise, seemingly coming from inside of the crevice.
So y'all will just see sort of one of Grammar's ears just go, just like kind of flap a bunch. Do you guys hear that?
You're what, little man?
It's like some humming coming from that big hole over there.
Like a bumblebee.
Kind of like a bumblebee, only like a little louder, I feel like.
I'll try to listen for it, I guess.
Okay. As you all kind of stop and listen, making your way closer, you now peer over the edge, only to find a massive, seemingly endless pit below of darkness. You continue to listen closely, and you do begin to hear the humming as well.
Interesting.
Is it like a drone humming or a rhythmic humming?
It would be more of a drone humming.
Okay. Right, well, try not to take any missteps while we're going through here.
Oh, we're going down into the pit of eternal darkness.
Well, we'll probably circle around first, but I more mean just mind your step. So what I'd like to do is, how wide is this pit?
The pit itself is probably 70 feet across in either direction.
All right. I mean, it's not going to take long, so I'll kind of want to do a circuit around the outer edge to see if there's anything kind of in those areas.
Looking around, you can see almost levels or shelves that lead down into the pits a little bit more, but relatively narrow.
So almost like a ramp spiraling downwards.
Yeah, that would probably be a good way to think about it. The ramp is very sparse. It's not an actual physical ramp that's been laid out in any way. It just kind of tapers down bit by bit.
Like almost like a Colosseum?
A sporadic step down in a few places.
Right, okay. I'm gonna try and put some weight on one of the steps below while still keeping the majority of my weight, like, on the top of the pit, like, just try and test it out.
Okay. And you're still at the top of the pit?
Yeah.
As you put your foot down, you feel a fair amount of steady footing, albeit a few rocks fall down into the pit, rolling in gently before falling in.
Right. Okay.
There's a dog in the pit.
There's a dog in the pit, guys. Oh my god.
Tiny domestic
twist.
dogs. Right.
Yeah, Basil, why don't you lead the way, and V will cast dancing lights, and 4 purplish light globes will appear around her, and she'll send 2 to float around Basil.
All right. Yes. Don't know why the wizard is taking up the front, but sure, let's continue.
You obviously seem to know where you're going. That's why.
It's just this seems to be only one place to go for everything, so I guess down it is. You know what? Actually, I'm going to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to close my eyes and try to manifest a pair of wings.
Hey.
Which are made of, like, the pages of, like, a book that kind of stretch out.
Okay. As you close your eyes and begin to focus, you sense a familiar presence close to your face. Are you sure this is a good idea, Basil? Based on your assumptions, one small move and the wings will go away.
Oh, I wasn't going to fly down with them. Whatever your name is, Bell something?
Brinny?
Brinny,
Brinny.
yes. Oh, I wasn't going to fly down with them, just I'd rather have them on me if I fell. You know, better to have and not need than need and not have, you know.
Very wise.
Who are you talking to?
I think this guy's fucking crazy.
Just my process of coming to ideas. As they always say, one of the best ways to guarantee an intelligent conversation is to have it with yourself. All right. This way.
Yeah. My next question.
What does that make us if we're following him?
Mm-hmm. Smart, because we aren't going first, Sicarius.
Wee. Wee. I'll jump down and I'll try to use the wings to sort of again stabilize. It's mostly just again to stabilize me, and in the event that I fall, give me enough of a thing to grab on. But I'll be making my way down.
Okay.
The edges.
I'll follow.
You make your way down to the first level, a few more rocks as you land begin to scatter. The humming noise begins to grow a little bit louder. Oksana, as you follow directly behind, not so graceful with your steps, finding the first level down. A large amount of rocks from your stature easily fall down into the pit.
She'll say like, "Whoa, hold on, little man."
Should I maybe walk behind you or something?
You can try if you think that is best.
As the larger stones now continue to roll down into the pit itself, the humming now growing louder and louder. It's at this moment the humming changes to the sound of scratching and scraping against stone. As most of you slightly begin to back away from the hole, your companions now down a level directly below you, a number of strange creatures begin to pour out from every side. Upon first glance, you're not sure if the creatures resemble more of insect or crustacean, roughly the size of small wolves as they continue to pour out of this hole. Their bodies have a hard carapace shell of vibrant deep purple, with what seems to be a bioluminescent red light coming from in between the shell's plates. The face of the creatures contain no eyes, eerily enough, but instead two long glowing antennas that hang in front of their face, glowing yellow tips that seem to swing around sporadically, searching for the creature's next step. Where their mouths should be a large hole with 4 fangs circling the hole, hinging inwards as if they're trying to pull their prey inwards, and a set of 7 legs on each side, with the first acting as pincers with naturally sharpened ends that resemble blades. And while most skitter off in different directions, 3 of the creatures closest to you sense your presence, and whether in defense or in hunt, they begin to stalk you. I need y'all to go ahead and roll some initiative for me, please, and thank you.
Oh, already. Oh, boy.
Okay, you guys are
I'm
down here.
time to trip Basil and just get out of here.
Yep.
Well, you guys don't have wings, suckers. Yeah, every now and then I'm just imagining as Basil's going down here, every now and then there's just this like illusionary canary that just flies over his head as he's thinking about like him walking down into this pit. It's like, I'm the goddamn canary.
Well, in either case, I need y'all to roll me some initiative, please.
Rolls.
I got a 13 for Basil.
Ooh.
19 for V.
I got myself a nat 20, baby.
Oh. Oh, no.
Yeah.
15.
15 for Sicarius. Grimmer.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. A V.
Oh, 19.
19. And Tristan.
15.
15. Put this over here, and let's go ahead and go over to our battle map. Oh, I got to get this off the screen.
Did you get mine, Dave?
Yeah, so yours,
Cool.
if you roll on D20, then it
yeah.
automatically comes in for you.
Awesome. Perfect.
Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-boo. So, first and foremost, the first creature that seems to lurk up towards you, Oksana, sees you directly in its way. It's going to go ahead and use 2 of its pincers to make an attack against you. I believe that is going to be a... Does a 13 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. As the creature tries to swing wildly towards you, you simply back up a little bit, kicking one of the pincer-like arms away from it. The other 2 now beginning to pull themselves up out of the crevice, one making its way directly over to Tristan. Tristan takes a wild bite in your direction. You feel it chomp down on your leg. You take 4 points of piercing damage. The second stops towards Grimy for a minute as he hides behind Oksana, but continues to move upward down the ledge. And finds his way to Sicarius. Sicarius, he pulls down with one of its claws, or pincers, as it slices down towards you. Does an 8 hit, my friend?
An 8?
Yeah.
No.
Or sorry, 14.
14? No.
14. No. Okay. As it swings towards you, you're able to parry off, pushing back against with your sword. It kind of skitters back a little bit before repositioning himself, standing itself up, and giving a very strange growl towards you. It's going to end their turn. V, you're up. Sakaris, you're on deck.
Also, we're not on the map yet.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
we can't.
Roll
All
20.
right, so you might need to be there.
Yeah.
Boop. There you
Oh,
go.
that's helpful.
That's a lot more helpful.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's one right in front of us. Okay. Then V will. She will elegantly draw out her rapier, and she'll say, "Already time for dancing lessons," and she will attack with her rapier.
Okay. As you flourish your rapier around, spinning it, creating a bit of a pirouette around you, you slice down towards the creature, and
It's a 19 to hit.
a 19. The creature, now completely preoccupied by Sicarius, slices down in you. You find the belly of the beast, as they say, cutting directly. You watch a large cut within the carapace, not directly through the entire carapace itself, but you do hit. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
That will be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage to the first. Okay.
And V will use her bonus action to give who's coming up next. You know what? She'll give it to Basil. And you'll just you'll hear her like music box go off. And to inspire him, she'll just yell over the crater. Basil, just to let you know, I think that if you and I were socks, we'd make a great pair.
Oh, no.
And she'll wink, and that'll end her turn.
Someone quick, Darkheart, please, dear Lord Darkheart. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Oh, that'll end your turn.
All right, in that case, Karius, you're up. Tristan, you are on deck.
I will continue to attack the one right there in front. That was some very inspirational words you got there.
We're in for a long campaign, folks.
Yeah,
a
we
long
are.
campaign.
12 plus 5, so 17 to hit.
17 absolutely hits. As it's been caught off guard by the slicing of V's rapier, you find it off balance, off kiltered, as you continue to drive forward with your sword. That is going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll some damage for me. Crimson, I'm just joking. Don't give her. don't give her. Unredeem that one, buddy.
Good one. That will do 14 points.
14 points. Very nice. As you carve through the creature, its carapace on its front stomach seeming a little bit more thin than that around its back, as it begins to slice open, some of the vicar now pouring out onto the floor around you. The creature lets out a strange gurgling noise before it falls over, slumped to the side, no longer moving. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Scarius?
5, 10, 15, 20. I will move myself right here.
Oh, good. I set it up. Good.
All right, and that's it.
Okay, Tristan, you are up. Basil, you are on deck, followed by Oksana.
So my eyes will start to glow green, and some smoke will come from my hand and go directly to the insectoid in front of me, and I will curse it, hex it.
Okay. Okay.
And for my action, the smoke then turns into a scythe, and I will cut it.
Okay.
Or try to.
As the swirls of smoke begin to swirl directly around it, is there a save to that? Is there a wisdom save to that?
For the hex? No.
I'm thinking of something else. You're absolutely right. The creature kind of being thrown off guard, swiping at the smoke directly in front of it. As it seems to disappear in front of it, reconforming in front of your hands now, elongating and becoming thicker and thicker, you grab onto it, seemingly strangely enough, finding hold on the smoke. As you slash down towards it, it now resembles that of a scythe, slicing down directly. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 is definitely going to hit.
That's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Very good. Slicing wildly towards the creature as it's still off guard. It's confused standing in front of you and seeing the smoke now completely appear in front of your hand. You slice down hard directly on its head, slicing off one of its antennas. It falls to the side, seemingly still having some nerve endings. It flops around and tries to pull itself away. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. That's it.
Okay, with that said, that takes us to Basil. You're up. Oksana, you're on deck.
All right. Basil clips the little latch on the side of his book and pulls it out. As he does so, he flips it open and starts to read from it. A cautionary tale of bugs and men. He gestures his hands to the air, and as he does so, you watch as kind of like this, kind of almost like this hornet flies out of the book and flies towards the beetle.
Okay. As it does, it begins to fly around it. It seems to have caught the attention of the creature, this small, annoying little buzzing bee.
The bee will then basically just attack with its stinger with an 18 to hit.
An 18 absolutely hits directly in right at an area where it seems the plates of the carapace are most vulnerable to the side of its neck, piercing hard direct into it. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
All right, that is not a great deal. It's 3 points of damage.
Okay. Still catching it off guard, the creature gives a small howl out as it kinks its neck over, trying to protect itself. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No. Actually, you know what? I will. I'll move upwards and draw my dagger while I'm here. So I've got the book in one hand and it's kind of almost like a dagger with a long kind of bit of fabric on the end of it. It kind of looks very much like a bookmark with a tiny pike on the end of it.
Okay. Very, very cool. As you step closer towards the edge, the creature now holding on to the to the ledge below, you hear the familiar voice of Brynny call out to you, "Be careful, Basil. We don't know how far down this goes."
Yes, but, well, I mean, it's only so far it can go, right? I mean, who would imagine a bottomless pit?
Okay, as you strike with your dagger, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Oh, I wasn't striking with a dagger. I was just drawing it out. It's an action to do the other attack.
All right, fair enough. Ending your turn, Oksana. My girl, what's up? What you got, boo? Grandma, you're on deck.
I will tell you what I got. I'm gonna rage. Bonus action rage. So she'll let out like a scream. Ah! And then she's going to take a step over here. And then I'm going to... It's hanging off a ledge, right?
It is.
I'm going to try and cut its arm off or its fingers off or whatever I can hit, really. Okay.
While she takes this roll, GF Powers, please roll me a d20.
Oh, are you guys summoning minions?
Oh no.
You dirty dogs.
14 to hit.
14 does... Yes, it does hit.
Woo!
Papaya.
It's gonna be...
Okay.
7 points of, I guess that would be like bludgeoning, slashing.
What are you using? An axe?
Hand axe, yeah.
Hand axe, that would be slashing damage.
Slashing damage.
Okay. All right, kids in chat, go ahead and cast your votes. Use 1, 2, or 3 in chat in order to vote on what you would like the minion to do on its next turn. Sorry, how many points of damage did that take?
That was 7.
7. Okay. Catching it off completely off guard. You slice down directly on the creature's arm, one of the pincers getting cleaved off perfectly as you watch as it falls down further deeper and deeper into the pit. It lets off a horrible, horrible scream. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I'm spent.
Okay. All right, Gremmer, what's up, buddy? V, you are on deck at some point.
I can't see my token in this thing, but I'm going to run 15 feet to the right.
How come you can't see your token? It's right here.
I don't know.
It's right
I
beside
know I
you.
can see it on the stream, but it's not on the
Are you
Roll20
underneath me? I guess not, because I moved.
No.
And I didn't.
If I move it, can you see it?
It's supposed to be above you.
No, I can't. We can't see. I can't see
It's
it on mine
okay.
either.
I'm looking on this thing, so you'll have to move it for me. But I'm going to move 15 feet to the right.
To the right. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah,
it's weird.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm going to take a crossbolt shot, trying to hit the kind of where the carapace meets the top and bottom shell, like in between that little area.
Okay, perfect. Skittering off to one side, you pull out your crossbow, fumbling with it for a moment as you only have one hand, slowly mounting the bolt on and closing your eyes, sticking your tongue out as you're shaking a little bit from the fear of what the hell is happening around you. Go ahead
got this, Oksana, don't worry.
Make an attack roll for me, please.
17 to hit.
17 absolutely hits. You watch as the bolt lets loose, piercing the creature directly in the back. Another strange screech emitting from the creature. Go ahead and roll some damage for me, and add a little bit of that sneak attack because you have a couple friends in range.
Ooh, I miss sneak attack.
You can live vicariously through Bobby.
8 points of piercing damage to the boy.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Is that including your sneak attack?
That's including my sneak attack.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's it.
Okay, you said you were going to do something for your bonus action?
I was just going to say thanks.
All right, as it's pierced, the bolt is pierced heavily into the creature. You see a hole now in its back as it seemingly has pushed through to embed itself directly into the rock face in front of it. You can see the vicar now pouring out of the back of the creature. It's looking very badly hurt at this point. However, as it seems to pull itself away, it climbs up towards your two companions. Looking directly in front of Oksana, it's going to take another roll with the now one claw that it has remaining over. And I believe I get advantage on this one.
What? You have one claw!
Yeah, and that's what chat gave me. So that is going to be
a help action.
A dirty 20 to hit. That is going to hit as it pulls itself up, almost towering in front of you a little bit, but still not to your absolute height. It slashes down directly across your chest, moving slightly out of the way. It misses any kind of vital organs, but still tearing through across on your chest. You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Reduced by half. Gotta love that rage.
Sure do.
This,
almost as much as sneak attack.
The second, now looking relatively spent as well, is going to make another attack towards Tristan, opening its jaws wide and trying to chomp down directly on top of your, I don't know, crotch. It bites down heavily directly in the middle of between your leg areas, catching you off guard. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Right in the crotch.
Oh, and we do have our first temptation dice up on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
So
for those of you who don't know temptation dice, the party can use temptation dice to add 1d6 roll at any point in time if they choose to do so. And cast your votes again. Okay, that is going to take up their turn. V, you're up. Sicarius, you're on deck, followed by Tristan.
All right. V will, she will walk, Actually, she'll just stay right there. And she'll slowly turn and she'll look at the one that's fighting Sicarius and Tristan. And she'll sort of say out loud, "Cover your ears." And you'll just hear this start glowing comes from like a music box that's on her person. And you hear this like really, really dissonant, like horribly tuned sound coming out of the music box. And she'll target the creature near Sicarius and Tristan. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And I do get advantage on this one.
Thanks.
Wisdom, that is going to be a dirty 20.
Well, that's just fucking great. Hold on. Is there anything on a... Nope. So nothing happens. So
Thanks,
we
guy.
will just yeah.
Making
Thanks.
loud noises in the background.
Yeah. Great.
V seems to be waving her hands up. Woo! Woo! Nothing. The creature's just looking at you like, my God. What kind of heathens are these?
Oh God. V will just sort of scrunch her nose and like fuck this, and she will use her bonus action to cast Bardic Inspiration. This time she will give it to Sicarius, and she'll say, Sicarius, since I couldn't, why don't you finish it off for me? Also, where have I seen you before? Oh, I think I remember now. In the dictionary next to handsome. She'll like, oh no. Oh no.
I hate it. I hate it so
much. Oh. TPK. TPK. All right, Sicarius, although you seemingly feel a little bit more inspired, you also hate the life that you're living and wish this nightmare would wake up. With that said, what would you like to do on your turn? Tristan, you're up, and that puts Basil, you're on deck.
I had something in my mind to say, but not anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna attack. Shit. All right. This is how it's. Never mind. All right, I'm just attacking. Threw me off there. Ooh, 19 plus 5, so 24 to hit.
24 absolutely hits.
You say you can add a d6 to a damage?
You
not
can
damage.
Yeah, so the
you said
temptation,
something
the temptation dice is for saves other than death saves,
I was gonna kill
checks
it.
or attacks. Doesn't count for no. You're not
Alright.
breaking the system that way.
All right, damn it. All right, anyways. 11 points.
11 points. As you crash down directly on the creature in front of you, splitting it nearly in two from the amount of force that you drive down into it. You make it about halfway down to its midpoint before the creature kind of just slides back off your sword, peeling itself open like out of a banana.
Nice.
Gross.
Turn to V. Is that to your liking? And then give it a little bow. That'll be my bonus action. And
Oh
that's my
boy,
turn.
this is going to be a long campaign.
We have an 18+ rating on this channel, right? Just want to confirm. Does it go any higher? Can we get it to 30? With that said, Tristan, you're up. Basil, you're on deck. What would you like to do, Tristan?
Tristan just look at Sicarius. I'm like, God, man, what's with you? And he
I was
will
inspired.
he will move there and just sit on the ground.
Okay.
Just sit over there, watch the best.
Okay. Sitting down, just watching the world around you. Tennis actually walks
never
over and sits down beside you.
Gross.
With that said, Basil, you're up. What would you like to do? Oksana, you're on deck.
Basil turns to a different page in his book as he's frantically looking for something that's going to be appropriate, and
Okay.
says,
Yeah, flipping
this one.
through,
Yes.
pages going wildly back and forth. Yeah.
As he reaches across the pages, this time he pulls what looks to be several words out. They kind of coalesce in the palm of his hand, and he slams them into the floor. And as he does so, there's this small rocky tremble as he looks at the beetle, adjusts his glasses, and says, "Careful, you could trip.
Oh,
Oh, instant inspiration for you, my friend. Immediate inspiration as you thrust your hand down, filled with the words, seemingly the runes now becoming almost light and alive in the palm of your hand. You crush it down. You watch as almost like fault lines, the runes and words now skitter out directly in front of you. It begins to rush down towards the creature, and as it does, it starts to pick away at the little bits of rock and cliff face in front of it. It continues to try and hold on to the best of its ability, but seems to be slipping. Is this a save or an attack?
It's an attack, and I got a 24.
24 absolutely does the trick.
And 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage is exactly what you needed, as the last bits of the stone face now carving away from the words, a few more still left over, making it up towards the creature. Basil, go ahead and tell us the tale of how you defeated your mightiest foe.
Well, as the words as you described go into the ground, you watch as these as basically the earth itself starts to shake and tremble, and there's a story once upon a time of a young man who had used a shoe in order to slay 7 bugs simultaneously. So what you actually see is like the earth start to slip and crumble beneath this creature who's struggling to grab on.
Right.
It pulls down from where Oksana is, and as it sort of reaches up, I'm kind of imagining it grabs onto Oksana's boot, and as it does, I want to inspire and invite Oksana to deal the final actual hit from this thing as it's trying to cling onto life with its one claw onto Oksana's boot.
Oksana, as you look down at the creature, you now see these words seemingly grappling around the creature, trying to pull it down into the pit, but yet it still reaches out and grabs onto your leg. It just is hanging on for dear life. How'd you like to finish this bitch off?
Her face is like red from the rage, and she's gonna yell, "This is Oksana!" and kick it. She's gonna kick it right off the edge, slow motion, and it's gonna go fucking flying.
Nice. As it falls back into the pit, you just hear the tiny little squeaks and squeals as it disappears into the blackness below you.
Thank you for that, Dag.
And that image of Oksana kicking the bug then is transposed onto the storybook in the tale of the giant, and Oksana in the role of the giant, and the bug in the role of something getting swatted.
Okay, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Cool. Love that storyteller aspect. It's cool.
Yeah.
As you deal the final blow against your opponent, unexpectedly, the ground beneath you begins to shake rapidly. Was it not for you seemingly drifting through this strange spacescape, you'd swear that you're experiencing an earthquake. Before you can move, you suddenly are plunged into darkness as a massive shadow falls over you like a blanket. Any remaining creatures begin to flee, but are not quick enough, as a gigantic form emerges from the hole. A horror, it's not even fully ascended at this point from the hole. A horror the likes you've never seen now towers over you, higher than many of the largest towers in Dawnsgate, with 2 massive crab-like pincers for hands.
Uh-oh.
It reaches outward, easily scooping up 3 of each of these creatures within its claws and shoving them into its gaping mouth. Its sharp, serrated fangs the size of 2 Oksanas standing on top of each other. They crunch down on the bodies of the creatures as they squeal in pain, moments before the viscor begins to flow down the creature's jaws. V, as you stare up towards this creature, you've heard tales of this creature in songs. The kings of nightmares, the giant hellion not meant to be for the waking world. The Astral Dreadnaught.
Oh shit.
All right, everyone, it's time to go.
Real quick, would you say this is like a giant crab or like a huge giant crab?
This is a big fuck off crab, the likes you've never seen
A
before.
whole nother deal, all right.
Well, we should get the fuck out of here then.
Excellent
Absolutely.
idea, Grimoire.
Finally, some common sense. Let's go.
As you begin to pull yourselves out of the crevice very quickly, it seems that actually I need all of you to go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Well,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Actually, could I use
Oh my
shadow
god.
to give advantage to Oksana and Grimoire?
Sorry, say again?
Could I use my shadow to give advantage to Oksana and Grimoire?
Your shadow can give
Yeah,
out
normally it's
2
supposed to be an
inspiration.
attack that, what's that?
Your shadow gives out 2 inspiration?
No, it's a living shadow which I can use to extend shape, etc., etc., etc.
You're not looking for inspiration. You're using your help action with your Okay.
that one.
So if you're going to go ahead and do that, then I need you to roll the stealth at disadvantage.
I'll do that. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So I'll give advantage to them, and I'll take disadvantage.
Okay.
And
Okay.
use my ability.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
As the two of you try and
I'm a
begin
rogue,
to
right?
skitter upward, the shadowy.
I don't need to give it to you.
You find a shadow kind of helping you boost up towards, covering you in darkness a little bit.
Ooh. 16.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why this keeps happening with V. She's not built this way, but that is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
11.
11, Grimmer,
19.
19,
25.
25, and Basil,
16.
16. Just enough, it seems the creature now has its attention on these scurrying creatures. You're moving quietly enough, yet quickly, to avoid its gaze. As you continue upward, you find yourself back on the main ledge. The party is now together once more. What are you guys doing?
We should
Hauling
find
ass,
someone
I think.
to take cover. Let's go.
Yes. No.
Just-
I don't think we're supposed to go in that hole.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to this guy anymore. I don't think.
Tennis screams out, "Run!" as he begins to take off. You see off in the distance some boulders and whatnot that seem to be pulled up from the ground. He seems to be bolting towards that direction.
Who's?
V follows.
Tennis.
Tennis. Okay.
Yeah.
V follows. She starts running.
Let's
Okay.
go, little man.
Okay.
Okay. As you all, in heroic moments, begin to rush towards, almost the scene slows down almost in a slow motion as more of the carnage of these poor creatures being torn up by this gigantic beast directly behind them. You finally find Suit behind, as you hide behind these large boulders. As you all kind of turn back to look at the creature, now being as quiet as possible, you hear a strange noise come from behind you.
Oh, no.
What are y'all looking at?
Well, there's this very large, angry crab.
And that's where we're going to take a quick break for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Always fun to get the early morning combat out, right, guys? With that said,
yeah.
we are going to take a quick, probably 5-10 minute break to go use the washrooms and do all of those kind of things. Of course, we take a couple questions on our break. We've talked about it, and we're going to slim it down, so we're only going to take 3 random questions on chat. If you have them, feel free to pop them down, whether it be about our cast, myself, the game, life, universe, anything within it. Feel free to pop it down, and we'll try our absolute best to answer it for you. Don't forget, we're still doing our giveaway for the evening. This beautiful dice scroll brought to us by our friends over at Mithril Armory. Go ahead and use the command !roll in chat right now to be entered to win. Got to make sure you're following, guys. That is the only caveat we have for you to win this lovely, lovely prize. Freebies all around, if you ask me. With that said, we will be back in a very few short moments, so go ahead and get your apple juice, your orange juice, your bug juice, whatever juice that you plan on having, and we will see you right back here in roughly 5 minutes or so. Hold on, I'm trying to find the transition team. I found it. I found it. Okay, we'll be right back. Love you guys.
Bye.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So glad to see you all here today. We did have a couple questions on chat that we're going to try and blow through as quickly as possible. So make them short. This is all for you guys. First question for all. At first glance, who do you think you can trust at the moment? One person. Bremer.
He trusts Oksana with his life. I mean,
Okay. V.
easy.
Herself.
Okay. Basil.
A rock.
Okay. Tristan.
If anybody, Sicarius.
Sicarius. Okay. Oksana.
Grimoire.
And Sicarius.
Christian.
Okay. Next question. How important is fashion when it comes to character creation for you? Grammar.
It's so important.
Okay.
So
V.
incredibly important.
V.
Like for me as a person, it's important. Yeah, it goes to who she is.
Okay. Basil.
It's how I remain pretentious, because if you can notice things about my costumes that indicate my character, it means that you're as smart as me and I like you and you're my friend.
Wow.
Tristan.
Couldn't care less.
Okay. Nice. I believe that's an ultimate lie, but okay. Oksana.
Yeah.
As Jess, very important. As Oksana, nothing. It's like function over
Really?
form.
How many characters has Oksana created? Just out of
I'm
curiosity.
saying, I don't know. I
I'm
didn't
just fucking with
understand
you.
that.
It's okay. Enjoy your pizza. Sicarius.
I think it's important because the outside reflects of who they are.
Okay, nice. And last question, and just give one. What is the first thing you think about when creating a character? Bobby.
Oh, go to someone else first.
V.
Faults.
Faults. Very good. Dag.
What will bring out the best enjoyment for both myself and my party? Not just mechanically, but roleplay wise.
Swiss Dave.
I choose a theme and just build around it.
Okay. Jess.
What they need to learn.
Ooh, good call. Sicarius.
First thing I think about with the character is what I want to accomplish with it, and then I build around that.
Very cool. And last but not least, Bobby.
Big shocker, design first, and then build a character around the design. That's
When
usually
you
how
say
I go.
the design, you mean the physical design?
The physical design of the character, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Good
I
call.
build off that.
Good call. And before we head back, ladies and gentlemen, I just saw in chat the announcement. We have officially hit 25% on our community challenge already. We are officially at about 38,000 points. So, guys, if you want to see the lovely Raina and the pizza-loving Jess create a wonderful dish, make sure to go ahead and do the things for the thing in the community challenge. And we will, I think we're going to decide in Discord what they're going to be creating. So we have this there's a cookbook that came out, I think last year, which is called The Hero's Feast. It's a D&D book, and it's like a cookbook. So we're going to try and pick something from there for them to go ahead and use. And we'll see how that goes.
Are you as excited as me, Raina?
So excited.
Great.
And you do have to eat what you make.
That was not part
Sure.
of the deal.
Oh, it's part of the deal. It is part of the deal. All right. And Rob is going to draw it.
I love it.
Quick Dave reboot OBS will kick out this challenge before next week. Maybe, Powers. Maybe. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and dive back in to tonight's episode. As you stay hidden behind these large boulders sticking up from the ground, they remind you a little bit of stalagmites if you happened to be in a cave. As you continually look just outside, peeking to see the strange creature now emerge from its hole, you can see just how towering this beast is. Easily 3 or 4 sizes of the highest tower within Dawnsgate. You can see that it doesn't have any legs per se, but instead it has almost a worm-like tail to it that, albeit would seem to impede its movement, still allows it to move very quickly for its size. And as you stare in wonder and both fear, a voice is heard from behind you. What are y'all looking at?
Holy shit!
What the fuck was that, guys?
Quickly turn around, sort out.
Whoa, hey now. Y'all gotta relax a little bit. Looking behind you, you see what appears to be a man. He has a greenish yellow tinge to his skin, seeming very familiar to that of an elf, with pointed ears and very slim features, albeit it seems that genetics have forgotten to give him a full nose, as the tip seems to be not present, just giving a little divot where the end should be otherwise. You see he wears a relatively old and somewhat dirty cloth cape that hangs over one shoulder. A large tunic that goes down to about his thighs, with a pair of sandals with its wrappings that seem to pull up around the calf of the individual. You also notice the hairstyle. Very much business in the front and party in the back.
I like your hair.
Thank you very much.
Business in the front, party in the back.
That's what we go with around here. You got to make sure you're professional in the front, but then in the back, you get a little wild with it, get a little crazy with it sometimes.
That's great. Aren't we running away from like a giant monster right now?
Gary, you're running away from Gary?
Gary didn't like us very much. He, in fact, ate all his friends right in front of us, so we took the opportunity to leave.
I'm one of Gary's friends, and I don't think he's ever tried to eat me before.
Well, I'd like to point out, we're not trying to run away from Gary, we're trying to hide from Gary. Made exponentially more difficult by the amount of noise we seem to be making.
That's also true.
Looking back, can we still see it?
Oh, yeah. Now, it's completely outside of the hole now.
Does it look friendly?
No, it is still devastating any creature that it can find instantly.
I don't know. It does not seem very approachable.
Yeah, don't worry about Gary. Gary's fine. So, how come there's so many of you?
How come there is so little of you?
I would say there's a lot of me. I'm a man of stature and responsibility and divineness.
Divineness, all right.
Yeah, it's a word.
Aren't you wearing sandals? It does not seem very divine.
Hey, all the best people I ever met in my life, they're wearing sandals. How come you're not wearing sandals is the right question there, miss. So why is there so many of you? You paid for one. I'm only getting paid for one of y'all.
Who are you?
Who am I? He says. Who am I? Hold on, let me look it up.
I was gonna say, he's like, clearly pull it up.
Well, my birth name is Jadaros Doma Athath.
Oh boy.
But I'll tell you what. I know it's a little difficult to say, especially for you human-like and the rest. Just call me Jed.
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 Yeah.
Jed.
That's what all my friends call me.
All right.
Like Gary?
What are you talking about? You only paid for one of us.
I didn't pay for you. I got paid for it.
Paid to do what?
Listen, I was told there was a bulletin board that said, if I be here at this time, there's a guy that was going to show up, and I take him and I whisk him away. Pew! Off into the great, purple yonder.
Is it dangerous where you're supposed to whisk this person off to?
Dangerous? Dangerous my middle name. No, it's not. It's not.
Would you like to whisk us all the way then?
Well, hold on. We got to talk about payment here. There's this, I don't know about this.
Also, we don't know where this place is.
Yes, thank you. That question.
Better than here.
Well, we're gonna go up
I'd like to
there.
stay here.
Look right there. And he points up, and you see what resembles a sea craft almost. The bottom,
I
you
like
can
that.
see the hull, albeit it seems to float casually in the air.
I am quite experienced with ship travel. I would like to go there very much. Will you take me?
I mean, that's fine. Are we gonna? So you want to go now then?
Well, typically I don't work in groups, but I suppose it'd be nice if we could at least bring Basil. I do like him a little.
Oh, I'm just.
Wait.
Which one's Basil? Is it her? And he points to Oksana.
No,
You seem like a Basil.
I don't know what that means.
You know, you give off that aura of a Basil.
No, I would be Basil. But
You're a
I-
Basil? No. You're a Basil.
Yes. Yep.
don't believe
Got
it.
my name on my birthday. Yep.
Well, you know what? Good for you then. I have to say,
I don't
out
have
of
anything more
respect.
proof than that. I mean, it's not like I walk around with my library card.
Ooh, he takes the library card.
Oh, God.
That's a good ID. I respect it. I respect it.
All right.
And congratulations, Basil's a great name. It's almost good as Mint or Time. It's pretty good.
Mage is a good name as well.
What are you saying? We are talking about names.
Yeah, we're talking about names. What are you talking about?
I would like to go home, please.
Well, that's a strange name. I'd like to go home, please. But as I said, only one was paid for. So what are we going to do about that?
Who was
We give it
paid
a
for?
name.
Who was paid for?
Let's break this down into smaller parts and compartments, shall we?
I would
First of
like
all,
that.
Where is here, and this person that you have been told to take somewhere? Where is that somewhere in particular? Is it just a tavern, a place, a city?
Well, those are all
What is
wonderful
these
questions.
destination locales?
First and foremost, you're in the Astral Seas, baby. This is great. This is where the party's happening at. Second question, they didn't really give me a lot of specifics per se. They said there's an outpost not too far from here. I take him over there and then do whatever he wants.
Right.
Do
and-
whatever he wants.
Eh,
That doesn't sound very safe. What do you think that he wants?
what does who want? Who's she talking to?
I thought you're talking about the person that paid you to save somebody. Oh no, you're talking about the person that you're saving.
He begins to scratch his head. I don't know what you're talking about. I want to go home. Hey, you seem like a
Yeah.
reasonable person. Why
Yes.
don't... What are we doing here? You want to come
paid
with
you?
me?
All right.
This other one is...
Well-
What?
Wait, who paid you?
So yes, we can answer that question, but it paid in what as well? Who paid you and in what?
Paid in money.
To-
What do you get paid
Oh,
in? Fish? Chickens? You get paid in chickens where you're from, Basil? It would work.
Well, in some places, yes.
Roast chicken with some basil?
That sounds very good.
It sounds delicious, I know.
It's
No,
the
gold.
bartering system.
Hard, cold cash.
Quite a-
Gold. That's what I'm looking for. Y'all got gold?
No.
Can you
Not-
come
How
up
much
with some
gold?
gold?
Well, how much gold would acquire passage per passenger?
I usually do 50 per person. But I've got a great discount going right now.
Mhm.
Okay? Hear me out on this. Are you listening? What about Bandage Guys? He's listening? Bandage
I'm
Guy.
listening.
Good man.
Yeah.
So, I'll do all of you for 30 apiece. Group discount, baby!
That's a little high. I don't think you understand the currency from where we come from. That's the exchange rate is a little high for us. How about more like 1 each?
1 gold each. You know how
Yes.
much it costs to get from one place to another in here?
No.
Well, let me tell you. There's customs duties. There's fuel that I got to pick up on. There's storage and cargo. Make
Yes,
it
of
Right.
course, this man is a man of commerce and does indeed require reciprocal compensation for their efforts.
Y'all should listen to
I
Basil.
trust, as per the nature of maritime law, you will be paying once we have arrived safe and sound at our destination, as to avoid having any particular misunderstandings.
Look, I don't know about all this maritime. I don't know who that is. Sounds like a great guy, though. I'll tell you what. If y'all promise, I'll do it for 35 each. On an IOU basis.
I'll open up my book, and I'll reach into the book, and I will pull out a bag of about 127 gold coins.
Basil.
All right. That's what I'm
What I
talking
know.
about. Hell
I don't
yeah.
have any fucking money.
So what, I can just take all this?
Well, we'll present it when of course we've arrived safely. I've had a few travels which have ended quite abruptly once money has changed hands. You understand, of course. I'm not fancying a swim in the Astral Sea, and I'll put the coin back in the book and then close the book.
Hey, that's a crazy book. Can you just pull anything out of that book?
Well, not anything. Things that are, well, I mean, a bird.
Well. All right. So it seems like a good deal. And
Fantastic.
as he's saying this, the ground is shaking more and more all around you as this is happening. You can see as you turn back that the creature that you now know as Gary is coming closer and closer to your direction.
I don't like this, but I'd rather take my chances this way than that way.
What I've been saying.
Well, you guys got a problem with... Hold on. I'll get this sorted for you. Gary! Hey, Gary! As he makes himself visible, stepping out from the rocks. The creature now turns its head, its single beating eye looking directly down towards him. It stops for a moment in wonder as the small creature known as Jed calls out its name. Jed, though, looks back. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Gary had blue eyes.
Oh, Jet.
Oh, boy. That's not Gary. That's not Gary. That's not Gary. We're going to run. All of you, run. That way, run. And he begins to run, moving out of the way.
Running.
The creature now barreling towards you. You watch as Jed now begins to take to the skies and seems to levitate off the ground, moving upwards toward his ship. Come on, y'all. What are you waiting for? Let's go.
All right.
Jed.
I'm going. I will use those paper wings that I manifested. I'm going to grab V and I'm going to start flying upwards.
Can they actually fly?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out in a
Let's
second.
try.
As you grab onto V, you divert your attention towards the skies. Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw to overcome the stress.
Oh, God. If you kill both of us with fall damage.
20.
You continue on
Dirty
upward,
20.
following closely behind Jed. He calls towards the rest of you. Come on, let's go!
How high up is this ship?
Fly. Oh my
Sicarius, go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me. You watch as Sicarius, closing his eyes, repeating fly over and over again. His legs start to lift off of the ground, flying upward.
That's a 16.
16, you continue to follow behind the group. The rest of you still on the ground, the rumbling getting louder and closer and closer. The creature, now known as not Gary, is only about 100 yards away from you and slowly and quickly gaining ground.
I'm gonna yell, "Little man, save yourself!" And I'm gonna.
Nice.
And then I'll also try to fly.
Okay. Grammar, as he gets tossed up into the air, he rockets past everyone. Grammar, go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me. Oksana, the same thing, as the both of you now start to float up toward Grammar like a rocket flying out of nowhere.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm pretty good at intelligence saving throws. That's a 14.
14. You continue to move upward, Oksana.
11.
11, just barely. You're still you seem to be paddling as hard as possible as you can. It's similar to somewhere between a bird taking flight and a dog paddle. But you are somehow making it, lifting off the air. Tristan, the last person down, you hear from far up, probably about 30 feet high away from you. Come on, bandage guy.
I look at the ship and like jump, and I try to jump to it.
Okay. As you leap into the air, you continue to move upward. Go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw. I guess I have to roll one for dear Tennis. Oh boy.
Oh, no. Bye, Dennis.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Didn't like him anyway.
Yeah, so far all he's done is mess stuff up.
It's all for the best.
That's a 16.
16. Yep, you easily start making it up to the rest. As you look down behind you, a few of you now climbing aboard the ship itself, you turn down towards Tennis as he's trying to make it off the ground, but the shaking and rumbling from behind seems to be throwing him off, the stress and fear of the situation. He screams out, "Don't leave me behind! Don't leave me behind!" Is the last thing you hear from Tennis. As a giant crab-like paw grabs around him, pulling him up to the air. And he gets lost in the giant gaping maw of the Not Gary.
Can I try to throw him to silver when he goes up into Gary's mouth?
You absolutely can.
What the fuck is?
Could I?
F's in chat for Tennis. Yes, Tennis.
Could I attempt something here? I don't know if it'll work. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. I'm gonna try and imagine a window next to me, and I want to imagine that it opens while it's next to me into the throat of Gary. So as he throws Tennis into his throat, he goes through the window and out where we are.
Ooh, so you want to create like a portal kind of thing inside of Not Gary's throat?
Inside of Not Gary's throat.
Oh, I don't know how Not Gary's going to feel about that. Go ahead and make a... Let's do an Arcana check.
All right.
It's like a shark. If you feed it, it won't come after us.
Okay. Basil starts to think of a story.
Okay.
He tries to think very hard of one involving a multitude of windows. Oh no, I'm drawing a blank. That's a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just like it's a window, but it's like this small. Like it's like
More of a
We just get a piece of
some form of glory.
As
we
you
get his foot.
as you focus on, try and focus on this window, you watch as it begins to open up, almost the size of the top of a pot can. As Jed walks over and starts thrusting his finger into it. Where's this go? What does this do? And immediately it ruins your concentration as it falls.
Dang it.
And there's nothing else heard from dear Tennis.
a little sad.
It was not strong enough. This is how it goes.
Yes, and he was. No, you know what? This is things too.
Can we
dangerous.
mourn on the way, please?
We're already on the ship.
Are we on the ship already?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are all on the ship at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you finally made it up to the ship.
Very well.
As you look at the ship, you take notice of its shape, a little odd in comparison to that of a regular sea vessel. The design seems to be similar to that of almost a snail that is outstretched. The bow seemingly stretching forward like that of a snail's body, easily able to walk up and down with the railings on the side, giving strange curvatures towards it. Looking back, you can see the tail of it that seems to curl over like that of a snail's shell. A few different compartments and sections of the wood kind of pulling over itself, creating a little bit of a house or hobbit hole, if you will. Directly at the top, kind of where the shell meets the rest of the bridge, just a single spoked wheel that Jed easily mounts himself behind as he begins to hum and steer his way. Next up, we got ourselves an outpost. Y'all just take your time, relax. You've been through a lot, I'm sure. So just take your time.
Are you the captain?
Of course I'm the captain. Who else is going to be the captain here? You?
Maybe. I have quite a lot of sailing experience.
How much experience? On the Astral Seas? I don't believe it.
No, but in other sort of airships, in a way. But no, I'm not familiar with this territory, so I guess it's best you navigate. But I am at your assistance.
All right. Well, what do you do?
I can do it all.
You can do it all? How much is all?
No.
Whatever you would like. I can go up the mast. I can swab the deck if you need. This was my life. This is all I do.
Oh, all right. In that case, why don't you go clean the back?
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, go do that. You
All
offered.
right. Why does it need to get done now, though?
Because you... Listen.
Isn't there something else that I could do that'd be more useful?
Yeah, clean the back.
All right, fine. And V will leave.
Oh.
All right. That was easy enough. The rest of you enjoy What?
I'll go and assist as well.
All right. All right. I'll go clean. That's fine. I'll just steer us this way. That's fine.
That's what you asked.
Hey, you asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oksana, I feel weird. See that Grimoire still has his wings, but they're like attached at his butt, and he's just like floating and circling around. I'm gonna throw up over here.
I'll scoop him out of the air like a little baby. I'll be like, little man, I am happy you are okay. I am sorry for throwing you. I thought it
It's been
was...
a really weird journey.
You have done very well today, little man. I'm very proud of you. You are very strong.
Oh, yeah.
And she'll put him like safely on her shoulder.
Okay.
Wings disappear. Thinking about other things.
As soon as we're out of range, Basil, sort of is walking, kind of like, and as soon as we get like towards the back, Basil looks towards V and says, "I don't have that money at all. Like that was an illusion. That was all make believe. We are royally screwed if he finds out."
That is quite a problem.
Oh yes, no.
Wow.
This book is full of stories. These are make believe.
I see. All right. Well, then I suppose we'll need to run as soon as we hit this what did he call it? Outpost.
Outpost, yes. I completely agree. However, I'm not exactly the best at running from, ornery space pirates who make friends with giant demon crabs.
Well, he wasn't actually friends. He was
That's
incorrect.
awesome.
Yes. So
That
he
is
seems maybe not the smartest person, so maybe we could outsmart him.
Yes, but maybe we should you and I, we've kind of grown a rapport. We've run away from guards together. But perhaps maybe
It's quite a large rapport.
not a great one, but we're bonded by crime now, apparently. And now that I've told you, you're culpable as well.
All right. What are you getting at?
Well, I think we need a plan, and I think the plan should involve the others. However, I defer to your more colloquial versions of being able to convince other people to support criminals.
I don't know whether to be offended or impressed, but I suppose we could talk to everyone. Maybe someone else has money, or maybe I don't know. I only have 10 gold, but yes, I suppose. What do you want me to convince them of? To run with us? I'm pretty sure when they realize that your gold was fake, they will run with us, whether I say it or not.
Well, maybe, but we also need to make sure that they're not going to rat us out to the captain.
But if they rat us out, they will rat themselves out. Maybe that Oksana, she doesn't seem quite too with it. She might accidentally say something.
Yes.
But other than her...
Yes, and I feel as though telling the tiny little albino creature of anything might involve a certain level of shrieking that the captain may accidentally overhear.
Careful.
I said albino.
Well, I suppose I could lie to them all, and I don't know why we would have to do that. I think we could just lie and say that we found out that it's actually quite dangerous at this outpost. I know of this. What is this guy's name? Jed. From my studies, and I know that he is not a good person, and we should not trust him, and we should definitely double cross him and leave.
Yes, that might.
We
be
have
a good
the
idea.
money, but it's not a good idea to give him the money.
I like this plan. I will support you in this plan. This is a wonderful plan, which does not involve us being thrown into the sea.
Yeah, this is a terrible plan.
We might be if we're caught by Jed. He actually seems quite lovely, to be honest.
Well, see, that's the advantage. See, stories are always told by the victors.
Okay. You have a dark side. I like it.
I have a very strong sense of self-preservation, my dear. One can only uphold one's morals while one has a pulse.
All right, just one moment. I just, my upbringing, I have to get this done, and V will just imagine that everything is clean.
Ooh.
She'll think really hard.
Give me a performance check. Also, Raiders, what's up? Welcome in, Epic Fumbles. Can we get a shout out for Epic Fumbles in chat? Go follow them. They're a good group of people.
Nice.
I just had a stroke apparently.
17 performance.
17 performance. As you begin to focus, seemingly little bits and pieces of cleaning utensils suddenly begin to appear and start dancing around as they begin to clean the room all around you. For some reason, there's a teacup there just singing about something. It's absolutely bizarre and not copywritten in any way. While this strange performance of cleaning utensils happen out on the bridge, Tristan and Sicarius, what are you guys doing?
I was just sitting there on the dock, just looking over. By the way, do you guys see that he's hurt?
Who?
Tristan.
Is Tristan hurt?
He's all healed up.
He's so quiet.
Is he hurt again?
Yeah, I got one
He
hit
stubbed
point.
his toe.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This is how he dies, because he just is in pain silently about it with all of his characters.
I'm not sure if we're dreaming, if we're really in pain, I don't know if I feel
Maybe
it.
we all have to die to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Everybody
Sicarius,
jump off the ship.
as you look over, you can see the tattered and torn clothes of Tristan. He has blood coming out of his mouth and out the side of his head. He's holding on to his crotch really tightly for some reason.
Well, I'm not going to heal that. Lay on hands.
You're not going to do lay on hands?
Started your hashtag.
Well, his tattered clothes were normal, so anyway.
Sorry.
Well, I will go over there and yeah, you need to learn to dodge a little bit better, my friend. And I will heal him for 4 points.
Where?
I'm touching his shoulder. On his shoulder.
Okay, fine. It's okay. We got 18 plus.
Not the
mature
Green
ratings.
Mile.
Good. We're good. As you hold onto your new companion's shoulder, holding tightly onto your, I guess, the equivalent of your holy symbol, a light purplish, almost magenta light begins to emanate all around you, just a slight glow. And as you reach out to put your hand over your friend, the light seems to travel off of your body now, cascading slightly like a soft sheet or blanket now flowing over him. Tristan, you begin to feel a little bit better.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate that.
I wish I could do more. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out where the hell we're going.
I had no idea. This is a weird place. Nothing goes right today.
As the two of you kind of stare off into the distance, you see an odd sight, particularly odd for this place. You see what looks to be another giant landmass, stretched out for miles and miles off in the distance. Strangely enough, you see what you could only presume is a giant body, possibly made of stone, that's whisking through, slowly passing by in the Astral Sea. Above it, you can see just slightly what seem to be large ships, similar airships to the one that you're on right now, but most likely much vaster in comparison, as it slowly makes its way by as you pass by it.
What is this place?
I told y'all! We're in the Astral Sea. You ever heard of it before?
Well, why are we not going over with the other ships?
Oh, we don't want to go that way.
Why not?
That? Oh, don't worry about that. That's just one of the dead gods.
The dead what?
A dead god. You see, the Astral Plane is a bit of a strange place. It's kind of the place in between everything else. You know, if you put your fingers together, just like this, right? You gotta ask yourself this one question. Are you listening, bandage guy? This is a question you have to ask yourself. Are they actually touching? We don't know. But it's believed that that tiny space in between, little tiny crevice, no matter how small, that's where the Astral Plane is.
Am I there for this conversation?
I think we're still
On board,
nearby.
so the bow of the ship, or the bridge of the ship, only reaches probably about 15 or 20 feet.
Okay.
So you're very much there and part of this conversation, if you wish
What
to
did
be.
you say you were taking us again?
What, huh?
Three more goes to do it, but he only has one arm. So
Listen. I'm taking y'all to an outpost. Where you go from there, that's up to you, baby.
We can leave this plane from this outpost.
This plane? No.
Yes, this astral plane in between the fingers. We can leave this place if we go to the outpost, yes?
Yeah, like this.
yeah, what if we want to get onto one of the fingers?
Yes, I would like to go on the finger.
You want to get on one of the fingers? I
I want to
mean,
get down on some finger action. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Christian Minecraft server.
yeah, this is a Christian Minecraft server, guys. Can we just relax for a minute? The problem is that there's only a few places where you can actually get out of the plane.
Can you take us there to get out of this plane?
I mean, I don't know where they are. Where are you going?
Dawn's Gate.
Okay, is that a
Back to
plane?
them.
Is that a plane?
It is a city.
Well, what plane is it on?
I don't know. Grimoire, what plane is it on?
I'm assuming I would have no idea, right?
No, probably not.
I've never been on a plane. I don't know.
Jesus.
Well, of course you've been on a plane. Everybody from a plane before, man.
I thought this was a plane, this moving thing. We are on a plane
No, this is a boat.
on another plane?
No, this is a boat.
I am very confused.
Oh, clearly.
Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a long
So
campaign.
listen, this is what you got to do. If you want to get off this plane, I'll tell you what. We can ask around at the outpost. And your friend had a big bag of money. So if you want to hire me to do a little bit of chauffeuring, as they say, between us smart folk, I could take you there. Small cost, not too much.
It's probably a really good idea, and it seems like he does have a lot of money. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. What do you think, Oxana?
He seemed willing to give it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any money.
I don't have any money of my own.
It appears we're at the mercy of him.
All right, so here's what we do, guys. We got a plan. Bandage guy, are you listening? Here's what we got to do, okay? Y'all got to convince him to hire me and my services, and we'll get back to you anywhere you want.
Okay.
Didn't you just say 2 minutes ago that you didn't know how to get out of this plane?
I don't know how to get out of this plane, but I know people who know people that might get you out of this plane.
I am not an expert.
Maybe,
but
maybe.
It sounds like a lot of possibilities there. I would like a guarantee.
Well, I would like a guarantee on the money. So once those two come out, when they're done cleaning, you got to convince them that I'm the right guy for the job.
I mean, I guess we could see what we could do.
I'm not very convinced that you are the right guy for the job.
You know a better guy?
Well, I don't know.
This is kind of the only guy that we've seen here so far, y'all. So, I mean,
hey, who told you? Did Marcus say something?
Well,
Marcus.
Marcus?
Yeah,
I'm
Marcus.
beginning to believe that you're just making these people up and you don't know anybody. But
I knew not Gary. I mean, I knew
you didn't.
I knew
know
Gary,
him.
just not that Gary.
We're gonna go talk to the others. You just keep doing what you're doing, all right?
All right. I mean, y'all know where to find me. And he just turns back to his wheel. Driving away.
I am not liking this at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy's fucking crazy.
So, how long is the trip to the outpost?
Huh?
We don't know.
How long is the trip to the outpost?
Oh, it's not long. It's probably about, I don't know, an hour. Time works a little weird here.
Oh no. Not another campaign of that.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Go talk to V and Basil.
All right. As you guys make your way to the strange shell-like hut that sits on the starboard? Is that the back? That's just the back, right? Starboard's the back of the boat,
the
right?
aft, you mean?
The raft? What?
Aft.
Aft? Yeah, sure. Aft.
The shaft.
The shaft of the boat.
The shaft of the
Port is to the left, starboard is to the right.
Okay, so the aft. Yeah. As you make your way to the aft of the boat, we're so smart around here, guys. Careful, Cantrip. We're like scientists and stuff. As you continue to make your way to the aft of the boat, you slowly open up the doors, a large set of double doors that you push open. As you do, you're treated to a most strange sight as apparated mops and brooms seem to be now dancing with one another in perfect conjunction as they clean up the floor. A teapot has now suddenly appeared with the teacups following closely behind it. It's a very, very strange sight to see. But they all seem to be cleaning as V stands by watching and Basil seems to be cleaning as well.
I'm clean.
You guys
kind of like I grab hold of what looks to be like a little rag that's trying to dance off, and then I just sort of like grab it. I'm like,
as he knocks one of the poor mops unconscious, just grabbing it by the body and starts tearing it around on the dance floor, clearly.
You guys are really cleaning the boat.
I have some principles, Sicarius.
Well, it does not look like she is cleaning. It looks like the other things are cleaning and he is cleaning and she is standing.
Yes, I don't know why Basil is cleaning it. I suppose he enjoys it. I don't really, so I just thought of it.
I'd much rather be traveling in some place that is clean and doesn't smell necessarily like a latrine, but, you know, sometimes one must get in the muck.
Take a smell. Does it really smell like a latrine?
You take a big whiff.
Yes.
Jesus.
You take a big whiff, and while it doesn't necessarily smell like a terrine, you remember the smell of a terrine in your mind's eye.
Oh, I hate this place.
But we got about an hour before we get to the port.
Oh, that's good to know. Listen, I have something to tell you all. I have heard of this Jed before, and I don't think we can trust him.
Inside check.
I trust you.
I would like to.
All right, go ahead and give an insight check for me.
I would like
that
to
one. I totally believe you.
You completely believe V. In fact, you think she's one of the most trustworthy people here, other than Oksana.
Wow. Oh, so what all did you hear about this guy?
That sometimes he tricks people into giving them money, or taking their money, should I say, or give whatever. You know what I'm saying. And then
No, I don't.
he tricks people into giving their money to him, right? Like he's done to us. And then he kills them. So what I think is that we should actually not give him any money, because that will be his moment to go for it. And I think we should let him be under the perception that we will pay him. I have 10 gold. So, I could give him a gold here, a gold there to appease him along the way. And then when it is finally time to leave, we knock him out and then leave.
So,
I think that's our best course of
How
action.
are we gonna park the ship?
So,
I could park the ship.
Oh.
So
I believe you for some reason. I don't know what it is. You just seem like you really know yourself.
How confident are you that you could sail this boat?
Very confident. I grew up on a ship, an airship.
I wouldn't dream of questioning her. She seems really.
So you've been here before?
No. I should clarify. We need to wait until he gets us where we need to go, because I don't know where we are. That I'm 100% sure about. But in terms of the mechanics of this ship, I definitely could do whatever we need to do with it.
But this is a problem.
What is
Sorry,
the problem?
bandage man. Go ahead.
So you've never been here, but you've heard of the guy.
Yes.
How?
He's in stories that I've heard of the Astral Plane. As I heard of that Astral Dreadnought in
Gary?
songs that I've heard on my ship.
Not Gary.
Gary or not Gary?
Well, the Astral Dreadnought. I don't know if that was not Gary or Gary. I don't know the name of it. Just that it was an Astral Dreadnought and that it eats things. I don't know if it's name.
So basically, you don't know.
I don't know what. What do you want from me?
I'm just assessing what you're trying to say.
I'm saying that we need to double cross him because he's going to kill us.
So why?
100% confident that he's going to try to kill us.
Why do you save us from not Gary if you wanted to kill us?
Because he thinks he's going to be paid for us.
Yes, he needs the money first.
No, he's been paid already for the other guy.
He was paid for one. He was paid for one person.
He had no reason to save us.
Well, I mean, that's what we were told, that he was paid for one of us.
He did have a reason to save us. You pulled out a big bag of gold. That is a good reason to save us. Come on.
And putting it back in the book means that if I did fall into the more of the not Gary, then I likely would not be able to produce such large amounts of gold.
He might have killed us right there.
It's starting to make a whole lot of sense over here. If I'm being honest, I think we should do it. So we're gonna shove him in like a broom closet or something, or?
Sure, well, I haven't actually
Once
checked
we arrive.
Yeah, maybe is the doors on here? Can you lock the doors in the back end that we're in right now?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Can I assist?
You certainly can.
That's helpful because it's a 10.
That's okay, because that is a dirty 20.
Nice.
As the two of you begin to canvass around the room, you take note of it now in somewhat of a proper shape. Leading into it originally, it seemed more of a room of a frat house, per se. Clothes everywhere, a strange smell that we're not even going to talk about. But now that it's...
Or what we remember to be a smell.
Yeah, what you remember to be the smell of a frat boy. As you continue to clean up the room a little bit, you are actually taken aback. It does seem like a nice, orderly room. Clearly the place that Jed lives in. As you make your way over to the doors, you double check to see if there's any kind of locking mechanism on it. There doesn't seem to be particularly a locking mechanism for the purpose of locking the door.
Does anyone know how to make a lock or something? Because we could just push him into a room and lock him in it. That's what I'm thinking would probably be the safest. I don't know how talented he is. He might be strong.
Does the door open in or out?
From where you're standing, it pulls inward.
We could just prop something against the door.
On the outside.
Yeah.
All right.
No, sorry, it swings inward.
Swings inward.
You. Yeah.
Right. So
towards us would mean that we could prop something up.
Okay, you're on the inside of the door. Okay?
Oh, we walked in.
It opens towards you.
Okay.
I know, D&D doors
Christ.
are like the biggest. Or we could just, if you know how to sail the ship, why not just toss them overboard?
But hold on. You know how to sail the ship, but from what I understand, and it is not a lot, we are on a boat in...
Love it.
Stop it. In a plane, and we...
Yes?
Come on, get it out.
We need to go to another plane. So can you take this boat on this plane and put it in another plane?
Problem is, Oksana, yes, physically I can take the ship and move it wherever you want.
Into another plane?
But
Okay.
I don't know where it is. So unless someone has a fucking compass or something, I can't do much about that.
Well, he said he's going to talk to someone who knows where the plane is to get this boat to that plane.
Right. So we wait. We let him actually take us where we need to go. We talk to the people that we need to. And then when we are almost there, like I can see it. Oh, there's the portal or whatever the fuck, however we're going to get there. Then we shove him in a broom closet or in here or like Sicarius says, we throw him overboard. It's a little traitorous. We are on his ship. But I suppose he's going to kill us. But whatever. Either way, we rid of him. And then I take the ship and we... Oh, wait. If I take the ship, we can't lock him in it.
Exactly my point.
So we must then throw him overboard. That's the only option.
But then he can fly.
Not in the other plane.
But we have to get there first.
Well, that's... Okay, are you listening to me?
We're going to take this ship and we're going to go through a portal and then we're going to throw him off the ship.
Yes, right at the edge of the portal so that if he followed us, he would come into the other plane and just fall.
Now,
Are we sure? Actually, a really good point. You make a lot of good points.
This ship can fly outside of the Astral Sea? Because I would hate to go through the portal and fall.
Can I get a feeling for if it's like it would work like an airship?
You certainly can. Go ahead and make a. I would say make either a history check or a survival check.
Okay. That is garbage. That is a 10.
We still have that +6.
Yeah, you do
Oh.
have temptation dice if you want to use it.
I think this is a good idea. I'm going to use it
Okay, go
right
ahead.
now for 6. Oh, I need to roll it. All right. A D6?
Yeah.
D6? Okay. That is a 1. So a total of an 11.
That's really good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's just get rid of that there. Sorry, what did you roll? What was the total?
11.
Oh, we have another temptation dice. Thank you so much, Kelso.
Yeah.
11. Yeah. No, you totally think that this is exactly like flying
I hate
an
this.
airship. Totally.
Absolutely. This is exactly like the airship that I lived on, basically, for my whole life.
It had like a weird shell like this one does where it like turns in.
Well, not exactly the shell, but you know, the mechanics of the ship were the same. This is an airship.
Again, I just feel like you know your stuff, and then I believe you for some reason, even though there's a lot of holes in your story.
You know, can we just talk about how this is like what, episode 2, and I'm playing a character that is lying on a boat. The rest of the group again.
Oh yeah.
Again.
I wasn't there the first time. Neither was Dag. You know, we
Yep.
get to experience it for the first time.
Yep.
Amazing. I feel like I was right there.
As
If
you
he is
continue... Sorry, go ahead,
ahead.
Jess.
I was gonna say, if he is a traitor, as you say, I have no problem with this plan.
Fantastic. Sicarius, you seem awfully skeptical.
If you're telling the truth that he's going to just try to double cross us, take the money, and kill us, then I have no problems.
Perfect.
In fact, personally, I don't want to wait until we find out, but I will be patient with you.
I would like to wait.
You want to wait for
Please.
him to murder us, and then we'll murder him.
I want to make sure he is not a good guy. You know, he seems nice.
I mean, I'm not overly keen on the murder side of things. I mean, but you know,
If somebody wants to murder you, the best way is to murder them first.
This is very true.
it's true, but you know, the story does go that an eye for an eye leaves everyone blind.
Never
you know,
heard of
there
it.
are-
What?
Well, the story is, you see, Basil basically goes through the explicit explanation of the step-by-steps of the eye for eye process.
I understand. This
I
is very
gotta
wise.
be honest with you guys. I'm kind of
Oksana, go ahead and make an
Basil on this
intelligence
one.
saving throw to see if you actually understand what's happening right now.
Unless, of course, you're a centipede.
If you understand the
of
concept of an eye for an eye.
compound eyes.
She's got it. She's got
Headache.
it.
Y'all look at Oksana as she just blankly.
She's just asking you. So nobody has any eyes, or you have an eye and I have an eye, and we are blind.
Oh my god, we're all going to die.
There is one eye in Basil and no eyes in Oksana.
As this
We are
all
spelling
happens,
now.
you
Okay.
you hear from the bridge. Hey, we're getting close. Y'all want to come out and
What?
see this?
Oh boy.
So are we gonna kill him now?
No,
I don't know if I'm
how
on
many
board with
times do I need to tell you this? We don't kill him until we are literally.
we should go say hi then.
Okay,
So
let's.
he hobbles off.
All right.
Maybe,
Okay,
maybe
let's do a show of hands. Raise your hands if you are going to not be killing this person when we go out to see him.
Right now.
Oh, sorry.
Sarius?
Carius.
Very good. All right. Coming.
as you all make your way outside back to the bow of the ship, he looks back. Oh, there y'all are. How'd the cleaning go?
It's done.
But look,
I have
I'll
one
tell you
less
what.
mod.
I really appreciate you guys doing that. So I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to knock off half the cost. Remember how I said it was 30 for each of you to get you from here to the outpost? I'm only going
I
to
thought
charge you
said it
10
was
each.
20.
10 each.
I'm only going to charge you 10 each. Well, you cleaned up back there. That was a nice thing that you did, and I appreciate you for it.
This seems
Really
very
doesn't seem
reasonable.
like a murderer.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
sounds
I was
like a
just
murderer.
saying that. You looked over at me.
He's just, we're all a little weary. You know, we were just chased by a crazy monster and we're just a
Yeah.
little nervous. That's
Yeah.
all. We're
I
not
wish it
playing
was
it.
Gary. Gary would not have chased you like that. I'm just saying. Gary's a good guy.
That's good to
I think
know.
you'd like him a lot, actually. You guys
I
have a
don't
lot in
want to-
common.
I don't want to meet him.
All right.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Well,
That's
unless does he look exactly like not Gary?
No, not at all. That last one had a red eye. Gary has a blue eye.
But still the same crabby hands and
Yeah, same shape
and-
kind of thing. He's a good
yes.
guy.
I don't want to meet him. No,
All
thank
right.
you.
Well, that's fine. All right. Anyway, if you
Thank
look
you.
down right over there, we're getting close to the outpost. You see that? That's the Bastille Outpost.
Oh yeah, I do see that. Hey V, do we do it now or?
What are y'all doing?
V will just look at Basil and be like, she'll give him a knowing glance, like you were right.
I'll like look at her. I'm waiting for her to tell us to go.
Okay, no, no.
Not yet.
Well, before we go, we should probably just check our belongings and make sure that our injuries are tended to. Perhaps, yes, just. Do you have a first aid kit or something on board?
Oh, Basil, I can. Well, actually, let's see where this is going. Yes, let's go. Take it.
Do you have a first aid kit on board?
I mean, I don't have a first aid kit, but we can get you any kind of supplies that y'all need down at the outpost.
Oh no, that's all right. I'm sure I saw some rags on the inside.
I mean, there's Bandage Guy. I bet he has some extra bandages. Look at him. He's so full of them.
He is quite bandaged.
Yeah.
Are you all
I've
right,
always-
Tristan?
Yes, Tristan,
I'm
do you have
fine.
leprosy?
Wow, you seem like just a ray of sunshine. Fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Boy.
And I don't have it.
So
Thank you,
listen,
Basil.
I've been thinking about what you guys were talking about. And where I don't know where the plane will be. So there's... he looks to V and Basil. And listen, your friends here were talking about getting off this plane. They're not big fans of the Astral Plane. They want to go back home. And I can understand that. That's a reasonable thing to say. So what I was thinking is we could come to some kind of agreement and I could take you somewhere where I know a guy who would know where to go from there.
Is it Gary?
No,
It's Barry.
Barry.
I see.
Name that rhymes with Gary.
And you will do this for 10 gold each.
No. I'm going to take you to the outpost for 10 gold each. That was the original deal.
Mhm.
If you want to go all the way home, it's going to take some time to get there. But I'll charge you, for all y'all, 100 gold. How's that sound? Money guy, Basil, what'd you think?
I might need some time to think on the on your very generous offer. In the meantime, we'll still be making our way towards the post. V, might I have a quick word?
Absolutely.
Are y'all together? Are they together? Bandage guy, are they a thing?
I don't know. I don't care. I think she's with him, Sicarius. I don't know about the other guys.
Sicarius. Sounds like Marcus to me. That's
Do
okay.
I overhear this, or am I walking away?
It's up to you. If you're still there, then yeah, you totally overhear this.
Are we stepping aside, Basil?
Yeah, we'll go inside the thing. And Basil starts freaking out. We're in too deep. We're in too deep. He knows. The tiny little white rat told him everything.
Yes, Basil. Yes, I realize that this is not going how we planned. This is the problem with lying sometimes. It catches up to you. So I think that there's not much we can do about it at this point. I think I know that I have enough to pay my fare. Do you have 10 gold?
I have 8.
That's not good. You just keep bringing all the most pleasant news today. I don't know what we're going to do now. What do you think we should do about this?
Okay.
Do you think we can think up gold? V will just open her hands
Wait,
and trying to what?
maybe-
What?
What if he has gold on the ship? We could take that gold
And then give it to him.
and give it back to him.
Dave's like, these fuckers. Listen, DM, we're in a bit of a situation, okay?
I don't know what you realize, Mr. I'm going to throw a CR1 and charge everyone 50 gold at level 1, okay? This is how we're dealing. And I'm going to make it that in canon, Basil can yell at the narrator, because that's what I'm going to
Okay, Basil can officially break the fourth wall. Congratulations.
Can we do it now?
And it's all just talking to the fairy, like... Alright. Okay.
Basil, maybe we should just come clean and see if there's something that Jed wants that we could give him that isn't gold.
It's a redneck that lives in squalor.
A redneck is that Jed? Does he live in squalor? This is a nice ship. It's very judgy of you.
The first thing he asked his passengers to do is clean it.
That's...
Let's see your airship, dick.
Absolutely slumming it, we are.
Let's see if we can find any gold quickly. Is there any gold around?
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Where's our rogue?
Hey, are we killing him yet? I'm over
21.
here.
Oh, I don't find anything. That's a 5 for me.
A 5, yeah. No, you find nothing. Albeit the teacup seems to be resting easily now. Big performance he just had.
He's a little tired.
Did Basil find anything?
I got a 21.
A 21. You continue to look around a little bit. And looking through a couple of the desk drawers, you do find what looks to be a locked box.
Yes, if only I knew Bobby's character a little better. This is so unfortunate.
As you as
Are
you
we
continue
doing it
to
yet,
search
or-
through, the ship now starts to slow down.
Oh God!
As seemingly
Grimo.
it's starting to dock.
Grimo, we're playing a game. We're going to provide Jed with a bit of a surprise bonus, but we want him to be surprised by it. So we're trying to open this box and hiding it in it. But the box is locked. Do you think you can help us out?
It's actually really sweet. Like,
That was very
it
nice.
speaks a lot to your character, you know.
Oh,
Sure, I could give it a shot. I mean, it's
you're
been a
such
while.
He just goes up and just like Fonzie style, click.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Wow.
God! Oh
For a
my
total
Well
of 25.
done. Okay. No,
It's like,
absolutely.
let
Absolutely.
me take
You-
a look at it. And
Yeah,
he just picks the box up in his one hand and he like kind of like fumbles with it for a little bit, just like shakes it, and then trips and it falls forward. Everything goes up and it's opening on the floor. Oh,
Excellent.
sorry about that.
As
No,
it
no,
falls
no.
down onto the floor in front of you, you kind of stumble a little bit. And as the case seems to open, you see a small amount, roughly probably based on initial look, about 50 gold pieces. However, after not checking it for any kind of traps like a good rogue would do, you immediately watch as Gremmer suddenly stiffens up and falls over, hitting the ground hard in front of him.
I freak out.
You're not even there!
You're not
Yeah.
What do you mean?
there. The three of us in a closet somewhere.
I'll go over and check to see. Like, I'll just rush over and see if he's alive.
You rush over to Gremmer, flipping him over onto his back. As you do, you see his eyes wide looking at you. You try and shake him a little bit, only to realize small little bat-like Babbitt has now been paralyzed.
Basil, do you have
I hope you're proud of yourselves, lying to a poor, defenseless Babbitt.
Basil, do you have anything? I think he's paralyzed. I don't do that kind of thing.
Neither do I. But I can ease himself. Oh, just give me a minute.
Oh, Oksana is going to kill you guys.
Yeah.
I just close his eyes.
Okay, Grimoire, it's going to be all right. And we'll just
fine.
close his eyes.
So as you lift his goggles up to close his eyes, you notice that he's these tiny little black beady little eyes. Smallest little black beady eyes you've ever seen.
Oh.
Okay, and I'll take I'm gonna take, let's see, what's it, 10, 20, 30, 40, presuming somebody's paid for us already. Wait, if someone's paid 30 gold for us already, that means 3 people should be paid for, so I only need 30 gold. So
30 gold. No, take it. What? Wait, hold on.
because we can't take it all, we could just say that he's miscounted. If
But
it's all
he's-
gone, then he knows he's been robbed.
All right. I think he did say 10
I mean,
each,
nothing
so-
happened.
Okay. I think we're going to be short, but I'm not good at math. But okay.
I'll close it, and then I'll sort of like put it back in the drawer, and then I'll I'm gonna say I'm sorry, Grimoire. I'm really sorry. And I'm gonna slide him under one of the sofas, like one of the. I'm sorry. We'll deal with this later. You can't find out. You can't find out that the trap was activated.
So much
It's
better.
fine.
As you slide his paralyzed, stiff body under the bed, you hear a small whimper that sounds somewhat like, "Help me!" He disappears under the bed sheets. And just
Fine, we
as,
won't leave you. I promise. I promise. I promise. We're gonna make you better. All right. Just stay with us, champ. Okay. Just have a quick nap, and it'll all
Great
be
team
good in a
building
minute.
exercise.
as you are now thoroughly underneath the bed itself, you feel the ship now coming to a full stop. Seemingly, it is now completely docked within the outpost.
Right. Okay. Now, V. I'll take care of the captain. You convince everyone not to kill him in a bloodthirsty rage.
Right. All right.
We'll disembark,
Mhm.
and after I've dealt with the captain, I'll grab Grimoire and we run.
I feel like there's a lot of things. I know we don't have a lot of time, but here's the thing. He knows who to talk to. We still need Jed.
Do we need Jed?
Jed knows the person who knows how to
He
get
said
out
he
of
knew
here.
the giant crab creature too.
Boy.
Jed does not have a great track record.
Definitely think we need to persuade the rest of them not to murder Jed. That is definitely good. But what are we going to do? I don't understand. We're going to leave the ship and then come back for Grimoire?
Hey,
What if
guys,
something happens to him?
guys, we're
No.
here.
I'll take care of Grimoire.
Hey guys, we're here.
Okay.
You'll take care of Grimoire.
The weekend at Birdie's this
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just trust me, okay? You head out, and I'll be there in a moment.
Are you bringing Grimoire? I don't want to leave him here. That big
No, we
woman
won't
will
leave you.
kill
No,
us.
I promise. Yes, no, I promise we'll be fine.
All right. I don't typically trust people, but you literally put him under a couch. I don't know what to do
I don't-
anymore.
I
All
don't
right.
normally have to seconder myself away with unconscious people, but here we are. I'm gonna
All right,
go.
what are you guys doing?
Wrap Grimoire in the bed sheet
Jesus Christ.
like E.T.
like ET. Yeah. All right. Then I'm gonna go over to the side of the boat.
As you walk outside of the main building, back onto the bridge itself, all of your newest companions stand around with Jed there as well. You seem properly docked. There is a long, what looks like a stretch of metal that attaches to one of these floating land masses out in the Astral Sea. You can see just at the end of the docks, there seem to be what look like some militia-type guards that are assessing individuals as they come off of the ship, just to make sure that they're not too dangerous. As Jed looks to the two of you coming out with poor Gremmer in your arms.
Oh, no. I want to,
okay.
if anything, I want to kind of like see if, is there a window or something like...
Make an investigation check for me.
All right.
So about this.
All right, that's a 14.
14. There is seemingly a window.
Okay, I stick
just
my head out
a
the window.
small port. It's not too large in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
Is it large enough for a babbit?
Oh, it's definitely large enough for a babbit.
Okay,
I'm totally gonna allow
stick
this
my
to
head
happen.
Fun.
Yep.
No!
Okay. As you push... Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm also going to, as I'm doing this, I'm going to imagine a little raft floating in the Astral Sea just below where the window is.
Okay. As you focus with all of your intent, there seems to be a small raft made of wooden logs, strangely enough, that appears just outside of the window.
Nice.
Pushing Gremmer out onto the raft, you see the body kind of slink down on top of it. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
I have to kill all of you now.
Not if you believe my lies.
Do I still have that advantage from before? Because I've had 3 so far, but
no, it's immediately your next roll. So just so you know, for future reference, yeah.
In which case, that's an 8.
An 8. As you begin to push Gremmer out into the window, you seem to don't know your own strength. As he gets stuck a little bit, you push harder as he flops out onto the raft, as it begins to kind of sail away from the ship into the void of the Astral Sea.
No!
And as paralyzed Gremmer begins to float off into the nothingness, you hear a knock on the door, followed by a quick opening. Jed walks in. What are y'all doing in here?
Oh, I'm still there. Oh, I thought I had left already. That's even more fucked up.
You watched it all go down.
Yeah, apparently I just watched it and was like, okay, hurry up, Basil.
I'm just kind of pensively looking out the porthole window that's there. Meanwhile, just sweating like, how do I get him back?
We're just looking out at the beautiful view through this little window that you have here. It's so lovely.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful look out there.
Yes, indeed.
Why don't you come with me, Jed? Let's go out. Can you show me more of the sky out there?
Oh, absolutely I can. Come on, guys. Let's absolutely go. As Jed begins to lead you two out.
Wait. Right before we leave, V will look over her shoulder at Basil and say, "You get him back." And then we'll turn around and then and go.
As you begin to walk towards the entrance, he stops. Basil, you're a man of taste and intellect. Come on, come join me. Come join us. We're docking. Come on. You got to see this outpost. It's going to be amazing.
Oh yes, no, I will. I just kind of old sporting injury. You see, just need to stretch it out. I'll be up in a minute.
Oh, no worries. Here, come on. I'll give you a hand. He walks over and grabs you underneath the arm and helps you start to walk out as you limp outwards. V following in front as Basil and Jed make their way. As the small porthole sees poor Gremmer on this raft, continually moving further and further and further away into the void.
No,
where we're going to wrap up for the evening.
Wonderful.
very
going to
first time,
fuck you
the very
guys
first
up.
time in my 15 years of role playing, has someone used the phrase "the wizard didn't know his own strength."
Oh God.
3 feet tall, man.
Episode 2, and this is where we're at. Oh my God, I love this party. I absolutely adore this party, guys.
Oh, no.
Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Just throw the little one out into the Astral Sea on a raft that, who knows, may or may not exist by the time he gets back. We'll see. We got some intelligence saving throws to do.
You just hear as the raft going further and further away. Do we do it now? Out of the plan.
Oh God.
Dang, what the fuck?
It was supposed to be fine. It's supposed to float in the dark, not to sail.
Oh,
To be fair,
my God.
I totally like think I saw where it was going, and I just mentioned, I'm like, do it.
Oh my god.
Who knows where this is going to go. Guys, just a quick reminder, we are going to do our giveaway real quickly. It's for this wonderful scroll dice. Boom. Amazing. It's all leathery and fantastic. I'm not going to open it again because I'm afraid that the little mines in it are going to blow my feet up. But use !roll, and if you're not following already, hit that follow button because you have to be following to be eligible to win. That's our rules. That's the way it goes. With that said, guys, whew, what a night.
Just
I'm gonna
looking
kill
at
all
the-
of you.
I'm just looking at the hashtags coming up here in the chat.
I have to say, yeah.
Oh my god! Get their grandma out the boat.
Oh man, I now I don't know which is my favorite moment. Either Oksana trying to figure out how fingers work, or alternatively when one of your companion gets thrown out into the Astral Sea. It's good times. Good times had by all.
And all we wanted to do was save on some gold.
I know you guys are like, oh, this guy's gonna murder us. There's
10
no,
gold.
yeah.
No, I have no money.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I've got like 8 gold.
Yeah,
10.
not
I could have
everyone.
paid my passage.
I've
Yeah,
exactly
but-
0.
Damn
Yeah, but look, at the
it.
time he was charging us 30.
Oh my god. Oh my
The situation
god.
just changed.
Listen, this is what happens when you lie. You heard it here on Careful Cantrip. We don't condone lying.
This is like when Swiss killed the Warforged all
Spoilers.
over again.
No,
he
that
had
wasn't,
nothing to do with it this time.
that was an NPC. I didn't
Yeah.
kill a PC.
Hey, we didn't kill Grimoire yet. All right, he's still
Exactly.
alive.
And look. Lies
You
are like
just
violence,
paralyzed
okay?
him
If
and
it's
threw him
not
into
working
the
to solve
astral
your
plane.
problem, you're just not using enough.
I mean,
Fail that intelligence, the boat disappears, he falls.
Oh my
mean,
god.
God.
I mean,
This
worst
is-
come to worst. I mean, Dyke can like invent a new one and put him out of his book, and we have a new Grimoire that she's just a story in the book.
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. This is fantastic though. Absolutely fantastic, guys.
Christ.
Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and close up the entries for the evening, and let's pick ourselves a winner, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
With
do
that
it.
said, can I get a drum roll? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the winner is none other than the beautiful, wonderful, talented, and ever popular with all of their friends, none other than Shadow Kitsune. Shadow Kitsune. Shadow Kitsune?
You
Kitsune?
Kitsune.
Is that how I say it? Is that how it goes?
Kitsune.
Shadow Kitsune. Whatever.
Close enough.
Congratulations, you have won yourself an amazing spell scroll or dice scroll thingamabobber. We will get in touch with you or reach out to
No.
us. What? No?
Reach out to me.
Okay,
Message
come
me
join us.
here on Twitch or in
Yeah.
Discord.
Message us on Twitch or in Discord. Come join our Discord. We're gonna go do an after party. We're gonna go hang out for a little bit. And you're all welcome.
Yeah.
Y'all can come. It's not like it's behind a paywall or anything along those lines. Come on in. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a lot to talk about tonight, let me tell you. It's like an after party show that we generally do in our Discord. So if you're not there already, come check the scene. It's a good time. With that said, I think that's all I've got for the evening. Is there anything else we need to do? Are we done? Can we leave?
I
We
think
done?
I need to change V's alignment, actually.
Yes,
but-
you do. Yeah, I think you all need to change your alignment to chaotic, as per usual. We're going to do a little bit of raiding for the evening. Come check out our friends over at D20 Deathmatch. Little side note, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be announcing it, but Dag and I are going to be on there at some point in time in the very near future. Oh, yeah, and
September 11th.
are we allowed to tell people that yet?
Yeah, we're allowed to. I mean, if we're advertising, we're allowed to tell when it is.
All right, fine. Yeah, we're going to be over there on September 11th, apparently. And this Thursday, none other than Dag and myself are going to be playing a level 20 game over on our good friend Rob Hartley's channel. So if you've ever heard of him before, very small streamer. He's kind of known on YouTube. I don't know. It's kind of a thing. We're going to be playing over there on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern. Is it 8 o'clock Eastern? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're headed over there. So come check it out. Follow what our lovely mod Crimson is saying. Hashtag CC Love Raid, because we don't do any of the hate raids over here. And make sure to give a whole bunch of follows whence we get over there. See, look at that. My fucking vocabulary is fantastic these days. Oh.
Wordology.
Wordologist to the maximum. Hang on, let me make sure I got this thing set up just so I can do the things. Okay, fantastic. I got it. I'm going to hit that raid channel. Guys, make sure to follow along. It helps us out a whole bunch. I'm starting the raid. You've all been fantastic. And before we go, a little note to all the adventurers out there. Whether you find yourself in a strange place filled in a void of silvery wonders, or if you're pushing one of your allies out of a stern window, thinking that it might be a good idea, I beg of you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip. Guys, we'll see you in the next one. Love your faces. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.